Welcome to the city of 1,000 streets, the city that thrives in the dark and has more than enough problems that need solving.
What at one point was a dozen or so small villages that struggled to stay safe from the surrounding woods soon formed an alliance based in trade and mutual need for survival.
Years would pass, and these villages would grow to a point where borders would clash. 12 became 10, and 10 became 7, until only one village remained. This resulted in a city so massive that traveling from the North Gate to the South Gate would take more than 2 days.
The Six Boroughs stand as both a symbol of unity and selfishness. Hiding behind the massive stone walls that protect the city, they also use the River Styx to divide them.
Life in the boroughs varies greatly the further west you live. East Haven, or better known today as the slums, gets the worst of it, with almost zero political assistance and the city guard turning a blind eye to its downfall. Meanwhile, New Noxim stands as a beacon of hope and possibility, at least at face value.
Around every corner lies a new story and a new perspective. From the gangs that control the boroughs behind the scenes, to the Steel Knights who work to protect and serve while also helping themselves on the side. Even the traders that travel across all the boroughs to buy and sell wares see a side of Noximbres that some may never see.
The churches that worship and preach to anyone who will listen, some to the gods of the land, some to base ideals, the mercenaries and sellswords who work for the highest bidders, and the heroes who are few and far between, but do what they can to save their city.
A true metropolis spanning far and wide. What secrets rest just below the surface? And how long can the city stand when half of it could crumble at any moment?
Welcome to Noximbres.
You can sub with Amazon Prime for free.
Oh, okay.
Hey, wait, you mean to tell me that if
I literally just did it and it worked.
I could sub.
I just did it.
Draw TV, and I could watch Noximbres and the Six Boroughs with streaming benefits purely off of just having Amazon Prime.
Look, you can use like this emote. You can use this emote.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's really cool.
That's amazing.
You can use. Oh my God, you can use. Oh, that's an emote of me.
All right.
Oh my gosh, that's true. Wow, that's
Oh my God, Steven, you threw me off because I was trying to click on that button, but then I scrolled down a little too far and I clicked on this thing that's called merch. And that sent me over to this really cool store that has some really awesome like shirts and a mug with Baron from the last campaign on it.
Oh,
so,
man.
yeah, I mean,
It was
really
wait a minute.
cool stuff.
Around
Ancient Black
clicked on the wrong
Dragon CR.
And it took me to this cool thing called a Discord. It's got this thing called Shark Tank. Like, it is the coolest shit ever.
Okay. Guys, you guys want to know something super wild that's super related to this?
Don't tell me we were muted the entire time.
No. Did
good.
you know that an ancient black dragon can do 15 d8 of acid damage in a single breath weapon?
D8?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's almost like that's cool, but not as cool as the Cap Dice logo shirt that we have.
I try to threaten them and they use it as a transition.
That's enough acid to write a new Beatles song.
Listen, let me just can we just make sure the dragon is invocation wizard and he misses the dragonkin who's not saying dumb shit right now?
Listen, God, please hear me out, God.
I've been quiet.
Previously on Noximbres.
No.
I've lost too much already. I don't remember my dad and I don't remember my boat.
Speaking of which, let's do a quick little recap as we jump right into it after that lovely little message from the beautiful people below me who are my wonderful players. I, Longdraw TV, aka Zach, aka the Dungeon Master of those fine self-promoting individuals. How do you do? It's Wednesday. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're back. We're ready to roll some dice. let's do a recap. Last session, as our Noximian heroes traveled deeper into torch fields than they had ever been before, far into the north side of one of the hamlets named Runic Fields. Slowly, two at a time almost, as Bors and Volt found themselves in a scorched piece of the vineyard. Bors, not himself, obviously, in a trance of song. Bors and Volt found themselves face to face with a large, blood-colored ooze creature that seemed to have lured Bors in. As the rest of the party arrived, the creature took its full form, standing at about 15 feet tall as it morphed all this ooze together and absorbed Bors inside of it. The party quickly sprang into action, fighting the large ooze creature with multiple detached pseudopods of it around the battlefield, attacking from a distance. The party dispatched of the pseudopods, and after a handful of close calls and some very good rolls by a few individuals, the ooze was defeated and Bors released from its clutches. As the ooze laid dismembered and splattered across the field, the party began to lick their wounds, recover slowly, and investigate these large wooden pyres around the field, to which they discovered all of the missing individuals from torch fields buried under these piles. The last one being the father of one Larissa, the newest companion of the Noximians. As the body was found and questions began being asked, your time was cut short as a message came through from the trailmaster of the hamlet, messaging Larissa. She told you that it was no longer safe for you to return, that people were looking for you, that your investigation had now caught in the eyes of people much higher ranking than herself. As this message came through, off in the distance, where Bors and Volt, a handful of sessions ago, had investigated / tampered with the runic barrier surrounding Torchfields, it appeared, and setting off a bit of a fireworks display as they attacked it, someone had come to investigate the cause. And by someone, I mean an entire battalion of Steel Knights, multiple battle mages, and some unknown figures that Trailmaster Silty only described as those in suits. The party took off into the fields as large false suns began appearing in the sky, illuminating all of Torchfields and giving some of you the first sunlight you'd felt on your skin in many years. We are going to pick right up into the action. No downtime at all. You guys are taking off, be it on the trail of this scorched area or straight into the tall grass. You all, I assume we talked about you guys heading south. I think we put out two different paths for you to take. Which one, who is A, leading this adventure? Who is like the first person out of the field leading the charge? And B, which direction? Are you headed straight south towards the city, or are you taking a nice little arc to distance yourself from the investigation?
Can I ask a question about the arc path?
For sure.
Would it be a path that I remember, or would think it would lead me close to a path I would remember?
This hamlet is probably a little bit off the path you would have traveled, at least in your memory.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure, because I think when I asked before, you said we were either it or the path that I would have remembered would have been further east.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you'd have to cut all the way out of this hamlet, go for about 5 more minutes, and then cut to your left and head east, and that's when you get somewhere recognizable.
Gotcha.
So a direction you can head, but you first need to escape the runic fields.
My thought is, as you know, we're escaping, the plan is kind of probably to get back to the boat, post haste. So I think we would all be sort of looking to Volt.
Agreed. Yeah, I think we should get out of here as fast as possible. Larissa is nope, didn't write it down. Is your statue coming with us?
Salvatore. So
Salvatore. Yep.
funny you mentioned that. If our plan is to go, and I'm assuming you guys are planning to go into the city, that's going to be a little bit awkward because Salvatore kind of sticks out like the sorest of thumbs, and I have no means of covering him up to kind of trick the guards and get past them. So,
I mean, is he not allowed to be in the city?
it's more like he's kind of property of the city in a way, maybe sort of.
Ditch, you have pretty solid. Actually, I was just about to say this is really weird coming to Ditch. You have decent memory, like your history and all that, like it works for you. And I'll say more just your passive investigation here. You look at Salvatore, and this is, again, you guys are sprinting at the moment. Like this is full on getting away from something as this is happening. You look over your shoulder and you see Salvatore, and for the first time without being in combat, you actually look at Salvatore. He is this large, not obsidian, but very like dark stone statue that has the very classic knight helmet with the visor down. Appears to have like the hand that won't really operate. It just has a slot where you could slide a weapon into. Exactly right, or you could like kind of move it with anything. And then you think about it for about half a second. You're like, there's about 20 of these lined up outside of North Gate as they like decorate the end of the gate. And when you guys came through, like 2 days ago, 2 of them were missing.
Okay. As we're going, I'll ask Larissa, how long have you had or been friends with Salvatore?
Good question. For not too long, I'd say a few months. At first, it was just a weird, like, hey, I have a weird feeling. Like, let me kind of like get in touch with this. And then next, I've got a walking, not talking best friend.
Because he looks. Go ahead, Wally.
Never mind. I wouldn't remember any of this, so we're good.
Okay. Because he looks really, really similar to those that are standing right outside of the gate.
Oh yeah, those are his brothers, for sure. Absolutely.
And there were 2 missing.
I don't know about the second one.
He's the first one.
He's the only one that I've had to go with. Kind of was like a trial and error, and it worked the first time.
Trial and error, and it worked the first time.
Yeah.
So wait, didn't you say you got this one from at the farm?
I mean, that's where I hide him. I can't go have him go back there.
No, but I thought you created him from there. There were statues there.
Oh, no. You're not going to snitch on me, are you?
Does it look like I'm going to snitch on you?
I don't know.
We're running from the guard together.
Okay, fair point. Okay, so no, I just happened to accidentally wake him up where he was before at the gate, and then
from the gate. Okay.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. How else was a statue going to get all the way out into the vineyards?
So was he the first one or the second one that was missing?
That's a good question because I don't think Zach and I ever figured that out. I'm just going to go off her knowledge and go, I don't remember. I just saw him. He called out to me.
So when we were asking you about, your father, was he like, a rabble rouser? Did he have any reason that people might be looking for him? I figured that that extended to you automatically, but you kind of left this out.
I mean, to be completely transparent with you, nobody knows I have Salvatore. He's not really something I flaunt in front of people like a parlor trick. He's more so a companion during the night times when things get quiet and lonely and everyone's kind of resting. And, you know, I just want to hang out with somebody. He listens and doesn't really yell at me. Granted, he can't talk at all. So
as interesting as this conversation about your stone companion is, we should probably leave. Also, Boars is kind of heavy.
As
We're already
you
moving, aren't we?
Yeah, this is like as you guys are running.
Okay.
What I will say is, as you guys like, as Volt says, like, we need to go, like, hurry up. You all would notice this is like a flash of light happens off to the west of you, kind of like on the complete opposite side of the hamlet. You see this massive streak of flame as about a 20-foot tall wall of fire just splits the field in half.
Does it look like it's going towards where we fought the ooze?
How far did you say from us?
I will show it. It's all good. It basically goes from this direction and kind of does this. And you see it is multiple. This isn't one like wall. There are like multiple walls coming up that are like cutting this field off.
Oh, kind of like an isolation.
Kind of.
Oh,
okay.
Maybe they're trying to block us in.
Ditch. Give me an investigation check. Okay. I was going to have it be a bit higher of a DC, but I usually drop it if the player can just say what's happening. As you watch these walls go up, you see that they're like cutting downwards, and as they get to the bottom, they start like doing that.
Yep. We've got to.
What are we looking at?
On the bottom right.
Bottom right of the map.
Yep. In the orange circle we've been using to.
I'm on the battle map.
Oh, that's right. I had you separate.
Oh.
Oop, there you go. I fix.
Okay, cool.
I fix.
Yes.
And the road,
Oh, no.
road out of the hamlet is where?
I think it's that straight line, isn't it?
Okay.
Or is that the one you just drew, Zach?
The one I just drew.
So we gotta hustle. Let's go.
They're trying to box us in. We've got to go.
Well, double time.
I dash.
Yep. I'm going as fast as I can. So wait, I can't remember. Is Larissa's dad, are we carrying him?
Salvatore's, I believe. And
Salvatore's
then
carrying him,
Volt is
and
carrying
then
Boars.
Volt's got Boars.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, I would assume, Volt, you're just doing like the fire over the shoulder, like running with him. Yeah. You do hear the very loud cling, 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 cling of Volt's armor and Boris' armor now clanging together.
Oh, God.
Yeah, hopefully we make it before they wall us in. We'll see what happens.
Nope. All right.
And we'll just have to deal, Larissa, once we get closer to the gate or outside of this, how we're going to try to explain you having an animated statue.
Just running.
Yep.
Can't hear you.
I need all of you to go ahead and give me
in the ear or something.
Everyone give me an athletics check.
Oh yeah, I'm great with that.
Oh shit.
Yep. Okay. Nice.
My God, did we all pass?
One,
Oh
two.
shit.
Watch it. Well, depends on the DC. Oh no.
DC was 25. Sorry, guys.
No, pretty low DC. This is just like, can you run somewhat fast?
Do we have good cardio?
Kind of, yeah. Ditch, definitely, I would say, Ditch pulls ahead. Mostly because you have cunning action and you can dash this up on a section, so you're just gone. Very light, lanky. You got a runner's body. Like, you're very, very tall, lanky, thin. Boom, gone. As you guys take off, fucking Volt doesn't show a fucking beat a sweat. Volt's got this shit. This is like conditioning 101, right? This is doing ruck marches for a fucking living for 20 years. This is what you get.
Wally is huffing and puffing, and he momentarily looks around for Inanis and then remembers that he's not here. Share a moment, and then he gets sad.
Sag farming. Nice.
You guys take off as you're running down the fields. I'll say we're going to do this like a little fucking minigame style. Let me change my color here to red. So you guys started here. You guys said you were taking the direct route. You're heading straight south.
I think so.
So after basically what we've seen so far, you guys are going to be here.
Were we not in the part of the? I thought we were at the burned place.
You are. That was the top right.
That's what that top right circle is.
I thought that's what the X was.
No, the X is A, where Larissa's dad went missing. B, where you guys fucked with the force field.
I was thinking of that as being backwards.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the circle as the Steel Knight circle.
Oh, no. The X was the spot. What's up, Trent?
What do you mean we?
What do you mean?
There was one of us that threw an axe.
Sorry, fair enough. You guys are a team. You guys are a unit.
If you count my rock, I fucked with it.
We definitely did.
I guess
throw a rock at it.
I'm gonna throw rocks through your window. Jesus. All right, so you guys are about there. I'm gonna say you have about 3 rounds left. You have to do 3 more checks to exit the perimeter of the hamlet that is going to be barricaded. And they are going to basically the walls will cut you off in 3 rounds. That is assuming you are moving at 60 feet per round. So movement and dash. Anything you want to do to accelerate that, or any checks you want to make to either accelerate your party members and or somehow divert your course to move faster, whatever you want to do, that is an option. It's essentially a skill challenge, but we're going to operate more in the combat facet. So you guys will have all of your action, bonus action, movement, but we're just going to kind of go as what are you doing in the moment, not who are you fighting, right? So, first round.
Just so I know, in case of failure, dash is an action, not a bonus action, right? It doesn't use up your bonus action, so I could dash and Misty Step if I had to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, DC 10 is going to be the baseline here, but anything you do to modify your abilities will change that. So like Ditch, yours is basically going to be DC 5 because you're moving an extra 30 feet. So if there's anything you guys want to do to start off, we'll declare it now. If not, we're going to go into athletics checks and then you can do reactionary stuff.
Is there anybody that is inherently slower?
The child.
Fast.
Yeah.
No.
Unless you're talking about yourself.
Larissa, what is Salvatore's speed?
Ooh, Salvatore's speed is the same as mine.
Is it 30? Okay.
Yeah. So who are my bardic people? Bardic inspiration works on others other than myself, correct?
It works on you as well.
It works on me as well.
You can inspire yourself.
Okay.
You're like, oh shit, that was a great riff, dude.
I fucking
so
killed
fucking
it.
awesome.
Okay. Then I'll say I'm not going to use this wrong.
All right, then let's go ahead and do another set of athletics checks.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You were saying, Matrick?
I'm fast.
Okay.
I have 40 base movement speed.
Okay. All right. So Ditch gets it, and Wally gets it. That is an Oz, Larissa, Matt, and Volt. Okay. So, how do I want to do this?
At least let me die in style, okay?
Right, I got this.
Imagine the way Matt motherfucking Jones goes out. He runs right up next to an arc wizard, goes, hey!
Oh, fuck.
Double finger guns, hey!
Gets murked by Mago.
Shit.
Dude just goes, finger death!
All right. There we go. So, that is where you guys are all at currently. Okay. Does anybody want to use abilities, checks, anything like that?
Bardic doesn't work on me. Huh.
What?
Yeah. One creature other than myself.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
So I do, just so it's out there. I don't know if it's going to change anything, but I'm assuming I would be like dashing every action.
Yeah.
And I do have mobile, which means that difficult terrain doesn't cost extra movement on me. So just throwing it out there.
What did you get? I'll see if it would cut it down. You got a 4 now. Yeah.
I mean,
it's gonna lower your DC for next time. It'll lower your DC, but you still got a 4. So
okay,
it's good to know though. All right, cool.
Don't think I have anything that can help.
I am going to. I'm going to cast Longstrider on Larissa.
How that work for me?
You have an extra 10.
That works. Thank you. Okay. And as what's funny? In response, I was going to look at Oz and go, "Hey, I never heard your music, but I think you're pretty cool." You're going to take one of my bardic inspirations.
All right.
Hell yeah, we love that. All right, cool. So those will apply for these next ones.
What are we gonna do about vote?
That's a good question.
Whoops.
Is there any way anybody can help vote?
I used my bardic already. I only get the one
Mm-hmm.
for now.
Volt trips and drops the boys and has to pick them back up.
It's the whole thing.
Just throw them.
All right, that's where you guys are now, and that is, where's my marker? That is 1 round. Okay, next. Athletics checks.
Did we move?
You guys were off screen prior, so basically, as you succeeded or failed, you moved in or didn't move.
Okay.
Yep, that's why Ditch and Wally moved up.
Right.
All right, cool. All right, so that's Larissa.
With these double numbers.
Vault Wars. Larissa. Okay.
And then I use the bardic inspiration die.
True. Okay.
Regardless of what you roll, you would have passed anyways.
So does the athletics check mean that your dash doesn't go, or can I still use my movement and then Misty Step to make up the difference?
So essentially, the athletic checks is can you close the distance in the field? It is basically understood that you are all dashing every round. You are constantly moving very fast. That's just a given. The check is, are you maneuvering the field efficiently and keeping up a good pace? Matt's a 9. Ditch, you moved up. Volt, you moved up. Wally's not going to advance. What did you get on your D6, Oz?
5.
Okay, cool. So that's going to, you couldn't fail. You were at a 9. So Oz is going to move up and... No, you're right. It lowered the DC. No, you're 100% right. It was 10.
Oh,
The scampery little man. All right. So that is everyone's positioning after.
So wait, you said Misty Step wouldn't do anything?
No. Misty Step would, right? But basically, you're always dashing, so you're not going to have the action to do anything with your action because you're always dashing. But if Misty Step's a bonus action, you can choose to burn that spell slot and pass your check.
Will it get me the full to the next
Yes.
checkpoint, or will it only get me halfway because it's only 30 feet?
Yeah, it'll get you to the next checkpoint. Essentially, you would look at it and be like, oh, I'm going to jump from this side of the bushes to that side of the bushes and save
I'll
me
do it.
time.
I'm doing it.
In a peek behind the screen, you are burning resources to escape.
Yeah. Got it. I'm keeping up with Ditch.
Yeah.
Wait, so Matt, for your thing, does it like continuous, or do you only get it like once per turn?
It's my feet.
Oh, okay.
He just
perfect.
has an increased
Okay.
movement speed.
So then, seeing how much closer we're getting, Larissa's just gonna keep. She's gonna just pull out her lute and just let the metal riff, where it's just like, Oz, I need you to go now, run very fast. And she's basically trying to boost you so you get another bardic.
Yeah, just dumping bardics into Oz, man. All right. That's the end of round 2.
The big guy is athletic looking. I trust in his ability. The rest of us don't look as athletic looking. Minus the Matric back there.
Yeah. Here's what I will say. All of you have to be past that third red line.
Uh-oh.
If you have anything, now is a good time to use anything you have.
Oh, okay.
Oz, you have my one bardic.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh,
I've got
God. That doesn't. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna at a second level cast Long Strider, which means I can cast it on 2 people.
Oh yeah. Okay.
One of them being myself.
Nice. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then a second one being Matt.
All right. So who has it now? Larissa, Matt, and Oz.
Yeah.
Because it's not concentration, so you can do it multiple times.
It lasts an hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Perfect. Anything else you guys want to do?
I'm just saying, I'm carrying 2 people. I'm kind of like 2 party members all in one.
You're athletic as heck.
You're Steel Knight. You can do this.
Just saying. I'm helping the children.
Helping the children. Do it for the kids.
Statistically.
Oh, okay. I do have one thing I might be able to do, but I can't remember how D&D works.
Okay.
Is the use an object action an action?
No, it's a separate thing.
Okay. Then I do. Would adding 10 more movement speed do anything?
It would lower the DC for you.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
I'll use a spell slot, but all right, I'm gonna pull out while we're running. I'm gonna pull a potion out of my backpack, and it's gonna turn green.
All right.
I'm gonna drink it.
Okay.
And now I have 50 movement speed. And I'm still dashing.
What spell was that? Long Strider as well?
No, it's just one of my potions.
Oh, it just increases your movement speed.
I can make. Yep.
Fucking sweet, dude. All right. Let's see some athletics checks,
for an hour, if that's gonna matter.
Yeah, essentially it's potion Long Strider, but not Long Strider.
Yep.
Okay. Ditch succeeds. Oz, if you want to go ahead and make your.
I also had Long Strider cast on myself.
Volt is double. Okay.
We need to be past it this round or next round.
This round.
I guess I'm gonna cast Misty Step again.
Okay. All of you are passing. Oz. Oz, you got a 10. Fucking close, dude. All right.
DM.
Yeah, what's up?
So I'm assuming since we're kind of nearing where the wall's going to cross, there's a spellcaster casting a wall of fire somewhere?
Yeah. You would assume so. If you guys look over to your right, you would see them coming as they are cutting this way.
Mm-hmm.
But you do not. You don't see a individual unless you want to try and make a perception check to spot them in the field.
I'll make a.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
I was looking at performance, not perception. My perception sucks.
You never know.
Would they be close enough for me to do anything with?
It would depend what you were trying to do.
Roar intimidatively to kind of make them pause in their spellcasting to give me a little more time.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. Let's find out if you see them or not first.
Nope.
Okay. Now, what I will say is that doesn't mean you can't do the thing. That means you can't direct it directly at them. So it's going to be a higher DC if you want to try and intimidate the area.
All right. I'm feeling pretty intimidating. I'm a 12-foot tall dragonkin hauling a minotaur on my shoulder.
That is true. Here's the question I'm going to ask you.
They're gonna maybe give away our position though.
So it's a trade, right? That is. I feel like that would be understood. Volt, are you wearing your helmet?
I mean, my helmet is open faced. It doesn't cover my face.
Okay.
Because it doesn't
All right. Then I need 2 rolls from you if you would like to do this. I'm gonna need.
It'd be really shitty if I needed to breathe lightning and I shot it into my mask.
Just fucking refracts off. All right. So if you want to do this, I'm gonna need first the intimidation check, and then I'm going to need a stealth check.
I'm assuming that, given my current rate of speed and I'm looking at the wall, if I do nothing, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah. There's a very solid chance that if nothing happens right here between any of you or your party members, you will get cut off and have to find another way out of this field.
Oh God. was thinking about just trying and throwing Volt over the, or not Volt, throwing
Boars.
Boars over the threshold, but
That is an option.
I'm going with the plan.
Yeah,
I'm being intimidating.
Commit.
Oh no.
Advantage because I'm a big scared dragonkin carrying a Minotaur.
I'll allow advantage. This is clever. I like this. Very good with advantage. All right. Now give me a stealth check real quick.
Not very stealthy.
Fair enough.
Definitely not stealthy at all.
Okay, cool. Noted. All right. Volt. Here's what I'll say. You are all moving. You, Ditch, and Wally, you guys break out of the larger vineyard here and break into more like normal tall grass. So you would assume like you're out of the vines of the grapes, and now you're just standing in these large like field of grass. So you assume you're out of the vineyard. As you kind of look over your shoulder, the entire rest of your party is still making their way through the vines and kind of like breaking their way in and struggling a little bit. To your left, as you've turned around to look at them, to everyone else's right, this wall of fire begins to form as it like begins to burn through the field and like lift into the air and make its way, cutting your party off. Volt, you see it out of the corner of your eye begin to take form, and you dig deep. You let out the deepest, most bellow roar you've ever like held in and pushed into the earth, and the flame does not stop. It turns and begins to head towards you.
Oh shit.
You guys have one check to get the fuck out of the way for everyone who has not succeeded.
Oh shit.
So that is
if they move to their left, right, then they would be out of the line of the fire.
correct.
Move to your left, everyone.
All right. For the 5 people, no, actually 4, sorry, no boars. For the other 4, I need all of you to make one more athletic check.
You know what?
Sorry,
For the
lad.
hell of it.
Okay.
All right, never mind. Here.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Okay. Oh god. I'm trying to remember if Bardic works for as long as I know if it didn't succeed or fail yet, I can still give it to the person, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I still give it to Matt then? Because I don't know if the 5 succeeded or failed.
I'm going to be really nice and not murder a child. Yeah, you don't know it failed. Sure.
Okay. Matt, as we see the flame redirect, Larissa just continues the riff, and she's like, Matt, with your hats, keep running like that, keep running like that.
Oh my god.
And you get the bardic inspiration. You get the last bardic inspiration.
Take bardic inspiration away for that running.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. All right.
Actually, it was pretty good. I liked it.
Here's what I'm going to tell you right now, Steven. Your mobile dropped it down to a DC 9, and your potion dropped it down to a DC 8. 3, 4, 5, or 6. And you succeed.
Okay, and I roll a d6.
It's a D6.
Yeah.
Before he rolls, oh, never mind. Holy smokes.
Okay. All right. And now here's the hoping that me playing that didn't get me trapped.
Yeah, because now we're...
He's a generous god, guys. He's a generous god.
All right. So if I'm correct, that puts all of you on the good side of the line. Volt, you let out the roar. You see a shadow of a figure move, shift their weight, and push the magic towards all of you. The flame splits a hard 45-degree angle, beelines it for all of you. In a moment of panic, all of you dash towards your other 2 party members, having to literally jump and dive across into this field, tumbling and rolling into the grass as this wall of fire pushes past you, and you can feel the heat on your ankles, licking its flames at you. As
my tail,
as all 7 of you, Volt, you dive and you have to like drop Boars, who like tumbles and rolls unconsciously as you like slide to a stop. All of you come to a rest on the other side of the fire as you kind of look over your shoulder and you can see a bunch of moving figures looking on the other side of the fire, trying to find you as if you were caught within.
Can I hear any of their voices?
Give me a perception check.
Hot, 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 hot.
And does it look like there's anybody on this side of the wall?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Can I get everyone to deafen except for
Shit.
huge.
Where are my controls?
Huge. Absolutely huge. All right. Deafen. All right, I'm checking everything. Sweet. All right. God damn it. Alex. Oz tumbles to the ground, dives into this field, rolls, kind of pops up. You're still, adrenaline is... You look up at the flames, you see shadows moving, and two things happen at the same time. One, inevitably, because of how the human brain works, you have a flashback to a fire you've seen before. Because you're that close. But before any shapes can take hold or any trauma can set in, you look through the flames and you see a silhouette of darkness. A robed figure stands there looking in all directions. And then a few more figures in darkness kind of make their appearance as you're peering through the flame of this arcane wall. And you hear the one in the front say, "No, I saw them. They were just here. There was a scale. The wall's been breached." And they take off.
Okay. Yeah.
We're back.
We are back.
Welcome back.
Trent doesn't want to join us. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Join us.
So that voice that I heard. Oh crap! No, I'm not going to use that voice that I heard. I want to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
Because you said there's several people, right?
There seem to be about 3 or 4.
So I want to. I want to cast Minor Illusion and make it sound like as far 30 feet away as possible.
So 30 feet away?
Yeah, so 30 feet away. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, like I don't know how exactly how far.
Yeah,
like,
gotcha.
I want to, like...
You
I
want to take, like,
sound
the
a
straight
triangle.
line, like, hypotenuse shit. Like,
Mhm.
I got you,
Yeah,
I got you.
So, I want to, like... I want there to be the sound of someone's voice. You do a voice, right? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to sound of someone's voice. They're running towards the center. That's
You said they're running towards the center?
mhm.
All right. Give me a deception check with advantage.
Oh, gotta do it again.
Go ahead. See if you crit.
Yeah, boy.
A generous god.
I'm not. I am generous. But I am also fair to both sides of this. These are. I'm not going to give you specifics because you wouldn't know who they are, but they are a form of investigators. So they have a plus 10 to insight. There is a chance that they beat this roll.
Okay.
I'm going to turn off GM rolls for this.
Because we didn't hear this, there's nothing we can do to help, right?
Correct.
Okay, I can't add in.
This is happening as
Alright,
Oz does it.
Got it.
I was still muted. What did I miss?
Wow.
Oz is
Got a lot
using
got caught.
minor illusion to like throw a voice and distract the
Huge.
people on the other side of the flames.
Sick.
Huge.
Yeah, it's a plus 10 to that 17, correct?
That is. So it's a 27. Oz, you see all of the figures that you, because now once you notice something, it's a little easier to track it on the other side of this flame. You see the dark, like basically shadows reflecting off this wall of fire, like move, looking the direction the voice came from. And they don't move to the center. They move towards the voices and begin like searching over there. And you see one of the walls of fire that have been put up since you crossed over, probably like directly east of the fields, goes down. So basically, you guys saw as you crossed, this one went up, this one went up, this one went up, and like this one went up. You watch as, see if I can grab it. That one right there. That one disappears.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I'm like, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Let's get the hell out of here, me.
Yep. I'm on Salvatore. We ride.
All right.
May we?
You all continue hard south, pushing through the fields. Those of you without dark vision operate on the light coming from these spheres of sunlight above Runic Vineyard until you get far enough away that those begin to fade as well. But because of light being very useful in how it travels, it gifts you with decent vision for a good amount of time. And then by the time you get back to like the roads, you have the benefit of the torches around you. So your vision is not impaired, thankfully, in this dark part of the field. I'll say it takes you moving not on a main path around probably like 30 to 45 minutes just to find another road. Trying to avoid the main one you would have taken into Runic Vineyards. But eventually, after some time, all of you are able to leave this tall grass and step onto one of the roads, kind of cutting through torch fields.
So as we start to make out of there, and it definitely seems like they're not starting to follow us anymore. Like they're distracted, or are they still?
It's hard to tell. No more flame walls have been put up outside of Runic Vineyard, and you don't hear any shouting coming after you. Are they still looking for you? You're unclear. Are they directly behind you? No.
So I think we can potentially slow our pace a bit. I don't think we have to be as frantic, but I think we should still keep making our way either towards the gate or closer to the gate. Now that we have a few minutes to kind of talk and walk briskly, we need to think about how we're going to try to get back through. Because if they know that people are missing, or that they're looking for people, they're going to be wanting to watch that gate as it comes in, as people are coming in and out. And no offense, Larissa, having a giant statue, we're going to need to figure out how we're going to take care of that. Oh shit. I just thought of something terrible. How far? We're more than 120 feet away. Fuck. We never told Timmy. Or Timothy.
Never told him what?
That we were leaving.
Oh.
So there's Bors's church person.
The valet.
The valet.
The driver.
Oh no.
Oh no? Question mark?
Well, I mean, they're going to start looking for people. Fuck. Someone's going to get interrogated.
That sounds like a fucking Pierce problem. It's a shame he wasn't here to remember his valet.
Oh, shit.
That sounds like a church problem.
That's true, I suppose.
I know that Boris is a bit out of it, but if the church, if people who are with the church are anything like Boris, I don't think he would break easy.
That's true. He was just a kid, though. I think, right?
Timothy seemed to be a younger human. Yeah.
Younger. Yeah.
But we can't worry about that now. There's nothing we can do. We should just be focused on getting back through the gate.
Now, this may be my memory betraying me. Timothy didn't go to Runic Fields with you guys.
No, he should have still been at the gate.
He is at the gate.
Didn't he?
No.
Yes.
He wanted to.
yeah.
He wanted to escort
That's
Boris,
right.
and Boris told him no.
Go talk to people, bring him into
Go,
the church.
go spread the word. I will meet you back here in 3 nights.
That's right. I rescind everything I just said.
So Timothy is still out in Torchfields. He is just not at Runic Vineyards. You know where he will be in probably one day, which will be outside the gate.
That might be something we could do.
Yeah.
Looking over at Larissa, I'll be like, they might be able to take you in towards the church to try to hide you for a bit. If we could ever get Boris awake and actually explain that to his valet. And that would take care of hiding the statue problem. He can hide in the back.
What church?
See this guy over here, and I'll kind of like poke. Volt, are you still carrying?
Yep.
I'll like poke his head, like flick his horn, kind of like.
Let's not wake Boris.
I didn't say wake him. I'm just pointing and like this guy right here.
Yeah, but you're let's just try and. If you recall, the last time he was awake, he was not exactly himself.
I don't think we're going to need to have to worry about that. This is a Trenton question. Did I mention the note?
No, you have not. Oh, no, you did. You did to some of them.
But it was in game. Right.
Yeah,
but not
so Ditch is going to kind of like look down at his shoes and be like, yeah, so we didn't quite get enough time to talk about this. So, when we kind of had that little bit of downtime while everybody was finishing up work for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found a note, and he'll like pull out his notebook and like look for his paper, and pull it out. So I was working on going through my notebook, and I found a note that had some writing on it that's written in code that I think is my own handwriting. Is it my own hand? That I'm pretty sure I wrote at some point. And I was finally able to decode it. Like I'm finally starting to be able to get through some of the stuff in my notebook from when I still had my memories. It said, "Don't trust the singing." And I didn't get time to explain it to everybody because 2 people decided to go and do their own thing. And I look over at Bolt. It's almost like we should have waited as a group.
What? Don't trust the singing?
Say don't trust the singing, and immediately Larissa looks at her lute and goes, but I didn't do anything.
Not you. I don't think it was you. Volt, did you and Boris hear anything weird while you guys were out in the torch field?
Yeah, I mean, he said something about the music, and he walked off.
Did he say it was singing or just music?
I think he said singing, the singing.
And Ditch will again look down. I had only had a chance to tell you all. I am so sorry.
I mean, I trust you, Ditch, but like maybe that is exactly what it means. Maybe it's exactly what you're thinking. But let me just. I mean, you are you're a very logical person. You have a book. And you found handwriting that looks like yours that says, "Don't trust the singing," and it happens to coincide with this. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of parents out there who, after they met me, they said, "Don't trust the singing." So that's not like the most specific thing. Are you sure you decoded it right? Are you sure it was talking about that? Are we sure that there's only one of them? Are we,
pretty sure I decoded it correctly.
Okay, but do we know?
Kind of like look up and pause. Pretty sure. But you got to remember, I'm effectively an adult ass person that has memories going back 6 months. Sorry if I've forgotten common knowledge.
I'm not trying to say that I think you're lying or anything. I'm just saying that a coded message that says "Don't trust the singing" by itself is not enough for me to trust that we should really try and wake Boars up. I would like to get somewhere more safe before we think about something like that.
Yeah, I'm not saying we should.
And then just stop touching his horns, man.
He'll let go and just like, sorry. Trenton will be right back. Give me just a minute.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, and now you just walk off. Okay.
He's going to figure out and make sure he didn't decode something wrong.
Way to pull a Vax, man. And I walk away. Oh, shit. All right, Steven, you got to run the game for a little bit, bud.
Yeah?
You're on the top of the triangle.
Oh. All right, so Matt looks down on the ground and he finds 1 million gold.
Oh my god.
Oh, Trent's back. All right.
We found 1 million gold? What
Yeah,
the shit?
written in the sand, it was the words 1 million gold.
Oh, did you decode that too?
No, that wasn't it. And I did get it right. So it's fine.
Dish.
I'm sorry. I'm just on edge. Matt,
Walls of Fire.
Wally, are you guys? Matt, Wally, Larissa, are you guys okay?
Oz, who hurt you?
What?
Never mind, I'm fine.
Okay, you're fine.
I'm feeling great.
Okay, Larissa,
Go home.
you want to go? I'm sorry. How's Salvatore doing? Are you able to communicate with Salvatore in that way?
So I'll actually go over to Salvatore, and I'll place my hand on him, and noticing that there's no energy that I can give to him, I'll just go as healthy as a newborn baby.
Okay, and then Ditch, you seem to be your usual self. Volt, how are you doing? You got hit a couple times that fight. Are you holding up?
Yeah, I feel fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say, perspective, like just looking at people, 2 individuals are fucked up. Boars is beat to shit. Like multiple stab wounds, multiple cut wounds. The ooze is still kind of like stuck to some of his body. Like it's almost impossible to fully clean him. Like eyes are rolled back in his head. Blood coming out of his nose. All bad. In Salvatore's hands, you see Matthias is also in a very bad way of like existence. He does not look good. He is very, very pale, like veiny almost, like malnourished, and again just gaunt.
Do either of them look like they're on death's door?
Boris is pretty close. Matthias is on death's door.
Okay, because then
I was gonna say, is this even after all the healing that Larissa was pumping into him?
Yeah.
Okay.
You kept him from dying essentially.
Right.
Like, and what I will say is, if anybody wants to give me a medicine check, they can.
I will try.
I will also try.
Okay, nice. Oh my god! All right.
Look at Wally pulling it in.
Yeah, Ditch and Wally. You look at these people. Here's what I'm gonna say. Ditch and Wally, you both notice neither of them are going to die in a minute, right? They are both hurt and they are both in a very bad way, but they will recover given time and continued care. They don't need emergency aid. They are stable. As far as stable goes.
I don't know if I can figure this out from a medicine check, but does it seem like they're gonna need like magical intervention for whatever fucking possessed them?
Unclear.
Like clerical, you know?
That is going to be some religion checks or talking to them, and without any context, there's no way to know. What I will say, you notice, Wally, with a crit, because you got to reward the 20s. You got to reward the nat 20s. Matthias looks like a 5% healthier Ditch.
Okay. Wait, Matthias is 5% healthier?
Like in just appearances, right? Like not in like standing stature, but like the skin color, the veininess, the gaunt like around the eyes.
Yeah.
Like he is close to undeath, where Ditch kind of represents undeath.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of like look at Ditch, look at Matthias.
Go for it, Wally. Like, what?
Well, you know, when we get to a better place, let's talk.
Okay. As we have that weird little interaction, I will pull out, or not pull out, but reference. Hey, you don't happen to think Deacon's got a safe house outside the city, do you?
Well, actually, that's what I was gonna say. That's our best contact, I think, for getting safe. And if they need intervention from like a, you know, cleric or something like that to clear whatever this is out of their system, that's probably the best, you know, way to go about it beyond going to the church and taking an unconscious Boars. But there is a chance that they won't help the rest of us if we bring them their man half dead. So
I'll reach into my pocket and pull out my card. He's like, you don't think.
Oh, we're still outside of the city, huh?
But
there
is
might
there
be
a
something in
chance?
Torch Fields, that's true.
I'm going to take out my card and you have to put it between your hands, right? Kind of like warm it up.
You just like hold it and then basically you palm it. And
I'm going to do it.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Before you do anything.
Mid palm, I'm like this.
Did anybody else hear the people on the other side of that fire?
No, we were too busy running.
He hears the beating of my heart.
What did you hear?
They it seems like there's investigators that are actively looking for us. They found like a dragon scale, and they were like, okay, like I'm just.
Oh, do you shed?
Well, when you say us, do you just mean Volt, or do you mean us?
You know,
we weren't exactly being subtle walking.
I didn't really have a chance to ask them. They didn't mention anybody by name, but they knew what they were doing.
No, I don't shed.
They're wearing like cloaks. So I'm just saying, like,
very descriptive.
I know.
I mean,
but
do you think they're involved with Deacon?
I don't think so, because Deacon would be able to find us regardless.
True. But I wanted to make sure you guys know. So whatever we go into, like, we just need to be really cautious because we just have to be careful.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I did fuck with a giant force field thing of unknown origin.
Yeah, but I just
probably because you were riding on my shoulders, and I hit the barrier.
But I wasn't with you when you did that.
Yeah, but I probably shed some scale. Listen, they're probably not hunting you as in like they want to throw you in jail. They're probably hunting you because they want to get to me. And you
Larissa,
were with me
you
earlier
could have stayed
today.
back in your town, man. You didn't have a reason to run.
I couldn't. The Silty said
how
they were coming for me.
Larissa, I'm gonna like.
But I didn't do anything.
How tall is Larissa? Shorter than me?
Larissa is 4'8".
Yeah, so I want to like. So I'm gonna like try and like get kind of closer to her level and be like, Larissa, it's not fair. It's really not fair. You ended up in a position where, because of who you ran into and because of just bad luck, they don't care about you, and unfortunately, you're not important enough of a person for there to be a problem if anything bad happened to you. So it's not fair, but they're looking for you because they know that you're somehow maybe involved in this, and they know that if they do anything bad to you and you're not involved, it doesn't really matter to them. So for the time being, we'll like I will do everything in my power to make sure that you are safe and okay. If you want to go your own way, you can, but everybody here, we're going to look after each other, and so you are welcome into this.
Oh my own. Where do I go? Where can I go?
You can go to my ship. I'll teach you how to sail it and everything.
But I just and she like Oz. How close are you to her, Oz?
Pretty close.
She goes in for a hug.
Yeah, I'll give her a hug.
And she just starts weeping. She's like, "But I just want to go home with my dad. I don't want to go to a ship. I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't want to leave. This is my life. I didn't do anything."
I know.
How does one sail?
Oh, no.
It hurts.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come back. It'll come back to me when I get back to the capstan.
It's just the adrenaline. The adrenaline's messing with your head.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
I kind of look over at Matt while we're like overhearing this conversation and go, imagine not wanting to leave home.
Right?
But
imagine remembering home.
Ouch. But yeah, I'm gonna just kind of I'm bringing my voice down, so like mainly just for Larissa to hear. I don't know what's gonna happen. But it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. But you will figure it out, and I will be here as much as you need me.
Thanks, Oz.
Also, we can get your dad better medical care in the city.
Okay.
We don't want him to look like me the whole time.
You look kind of cool, though.
Cold?
Cool.
You
Cold.
To the touch.
guys are just never going to let me live it down, are you?
I don't know if you can live it.
I'm trying, okay?
This man can't live anything down.
Oz, as she like kind of pulls back as you comfort her, because I'm assuming we're still kind of like also walking, not just standing around waiting to get spotted.
Yeah.
She'll kind of lean shoulder to shoulder and go, "You know what would really make me feel better right now? An Oz special. Play me something, please."
Okay. And we fade to black.
Ditch, do you finish opening your hands?
Yeah, as I make my attempt at a living joke, I will open my hands just to see if the card. I mean, I don't know how far the range is on this thing, or if he's got some way of getting stuff in and out. Who knows? We're about to find out.
You see as the card lifts off your palm and begins to spin. It slowly comes to a stop, and both in front of you and behind you on the card, so like the top of the card and the bottom of the card, the way you're facing, both glow slightly silver.
So that's interesting. And I'll point over at Wally and like, hey.
Back is toward back the way we
Runic
came.
Vineyards.
Basically east and west.
Okay.
Oh, wait, not to where we just came, because we came from,
right.
We were running south.
You were running south. The road you found goes east and west.
So it looks like we have an option on either side.
Well,
I don't know if this points into the city,
Runic
though.
Vineyard directly north, or was it like northeast or west? I think we should continue away from Runic Vineyard.
Right.
Directly north of you, it was northwest of the gate. So Runic Vineyards was essentially out here-ish. It's kind of on this L. And you guys would be like right here. So the road you're on would go this way and then curve up, or it could go this way.
If we go west, we're just going to get further away from the city.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. That's a good point. It is behind you. The silver is behind you and then to the south of you.
Okay.
I think we
So-
continue south.
I think we go south too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense that if not to throw Deacon under the bus, but let's just say he's a little shady in a good way for us. He's got to have some way to get in and out of the city without letting guards or the watch know. Like, there's no way. So, yeah, I say south.
Cool.
And at the same time, we'll be heading closer to the ship.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
we hear Oz's special.
Yeah, you hear the music playing as you all walk.
No performance check. No, I'm just kidding.
He's not trying to persuade anybody or do it. Like, I'm not gonna make him get a now on and break a string for giggles when it's a good intimate moment. So you guys head south.
So, I do sing a song about I sing a happy song about the shoemaker and his wife.
Lovely. The special. You all head south. You have to break off of the road eventually, and you start going through like tall grass, so it slows your movement a little bit. But the benefit is, if you are to be spotted or anything, you're able to just kind of crouch a little low. Volt basically has to drop to all fours if he wants to hide in the grass, but the rest of you are in a pretty good spot. As you all move south into the fields, the silver gets brighter and brighter and brighter on the card. I'm kind of taking up more of it as the back of it fades to black again. And eventually, the entire card is overcome with silver as you reach the shoreline of the lake.
The whole card went silver?
Whole card goes silver.
Can I perceive the lake?
Sure. And I will say, Wally, and I believe Oz was with you when you were doing this, and I think Ditch, you went as well in the downtime. You would know in the few gray light bunkers you have found, when the card goes completely silver, you are at the location. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay.
All of us?
Whoever is trying to actively look out and see something.
Oh, that's better.
You fucking son of bitches.
Tonight.
I'm trying to make you guys earn shit, and you're just like, no, I'm just gonna hit a DC 25. I can't. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna hit a DC 25 and do it in a nat 20, so the DM has to give me even more information. It's fine. It's fine. Cool. So Oz with a 22. First of all, you see more about what is intimidating to you. The walls are pretty close, they're probably a couple 100 feet out, and you see up on the top all the braziers are bright red with fire. You can see shadows moving even from this distance. It's multiple groups of soldiers are moving across the top of the wall. From this distance it's a little hard to see, but with a 22 you can almost make out the shape of ballistas up on the wall. Which is not fun for anyone below them, and a general understanding of defenses, as well as between the gap in the wall where the river runs, there is a massive net that spans across it of chain that is kept up when no vessels are moving in and out for trade. Okay. Ditch with a 26. Oh, go ahead, Volt. Go ahead.
I don't know, normally I'd say swim to the boat, but I'm carrying boars.
Yeah,
and I still have my armor.
How are you gonna swim?
All right, when I'm not wearing armor and carrying a minotaur who's also wearing armor.
Ditch. You see, as you get closer to the shoreline with the card in hand, that while it is glowing silver and emitting that, telling you in the right spot, the closer you get to the water, it pulses.
So I'll start walking closer to the edge of the water and be like, I think it's in the lake or in the river, or at least close somewhere to it.
How close do you get?
I was going to say, as I get closer, it starts to pulse. As I'm walking closer that way, do I notice any kind of like cobblestone or like steps under the water, anything like underneath?
It's all sand.
I will get like to the edge, but not like touching the water.
Okay. You basically get to where the waves are kind of crashing up on the shoreline, but not reaching your feet yet. Holding this pulsing card, and the light kind of flares off the water as it reaches across this lake. And you see about, I'll say 40, 50 feet in front of you in the darkness, just barely getting touched by A, the moonlight, and B, your like vision. The water ripples a little bit.
Does it look like something's something's coming through the water, or is it just like something's like sitting there?
From the distance, it's hard to tell, but as you stare at it, the water ripples, and then ripples again, and then it ripples closer. Up? It's not matching, but it's getting
not matching
closer
up when the
to
card pulses. I will take like
ripple
2 or 3 steps back.
Ripple. You begin to like step back.
Coming?
Yep. And as you step back, the water breaks open, and the gigantic, I guess would be the best term to describe it, head and front half of a massive turtle emerges from the lake, and boom, water splashes on all of you, like a tidal wave pushes into all of your legs. Your ankles are all fucking soaked, and this turtle like.
Like, how big turtle? Like, are we saying like tortoise size, or are we talking like lion turtle size?
Well, not lion turtle sized, but in that general direction, whale sized is what I would say.
Oh shit!
Like a small whale,
turtle,
pretty close to that. But it doesn't have any dragon-like features when you look at this thing. It just looks like a normal large turtle. As it comes to land and looks very slowly, kind of gray lights.
Okay.
And just looks at you.
Hi.
Wait, is it big enough that we can get on the back? Is that how big it is? Can we get on its like shell? Can we ride the turtle?
Can you understand me?
I'm gonna say ditch with a perception of 26. First, you see a look of recognition as you say that, as the turtle looks at you. Secondly, a 26 will carry over here. You see there are like straps and like anchor points around this turtle shell where individuals would probably tie a rope to tie down cargo.
Oh, okay. I'll look at the group. I'm like, I think they use him as a ferryman. I'll kind of like look back at the turtle and be like, do they just send you with goods, or have you carried people?
Both.
I don't know. And I'll look back at the group and be like, I don't know about you all, but I don't think we're going to be able to breathe for that long. Is there any way you can help with that?
Speak for yourself. I can hold my breath a very long time.
You see that in the turtle.
Nods. Okay.
I find one of the straps and pull myself up on the fucking turtle shell.
Wally, you walk up to this turtle, and whatever side you approach from, he drops a shoulder down.
As in, like, blocking me, or like
letting you up, dropping the shell down to your level.
I climb up.
Oh, hell yeah. And I follow.
I think we found our ride, folks. And Larissa, welcome to the group.
With her eyes wide open. What the hell?
I'll kind of like go up. Like, how is the turtle? The head isn't just sitting on the ground, right? Has he lifted his head up a little bit?
It's like sitting, but the chin is up, looking at you.
I'll kind of like walk up towards the front and say, "What do we call you?"
Bartagonal. Bartog for short.
This is what happens when you meet cool people, Larissa. You meet cool people like Bartog. And I'm gonna like give him a chin scritch. If like find the spot.
Right.
Bolt's going to go to the opposite side that everybody else is already boarded on to try to balance it and strap Boris in as well as he can.
Volt, you go to as you put Boars on, and as you kind of have to move up on the shell to do it, you do see Bartok goes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. Yeah, you got big boys here. Sorry, yeah, trying to balance it out.
Okay. All right. Everyone gets on Bartok.
How many people can you carry, Bartok?
I can't count.
Oh.
If it's too heavy, you let us know.
Oh, I'm good.
All right, the man said he's good. Let's mount up.
Let's just slowly makes her way.
All aboard. Everybody gets on Bartok.
Yep.
Wally looks like a kid in the candy store. He's just muttering to himself about magic and creatures and shit. You hear something about Yurkaz. He's just so excited.
You all watch as Bartok stands up and you all lift up and then turns a 180 and pushes off and begins to float in the lake as it floats farther towards the gate.
Are we gonna? I don't know where I am on the shell, but do we need to cover or do anything?
I would say you're probably near the front, like up near Bartok's neck, just because you've been the one mainly communicating. Yeah. You say that, and Bartok. What I will say is, all of you can perceive this. You're riding on a vessel at this point. Bartok is fast. Bartok is the turtle, but in the water. So it's kind of motorboating, pushing through this water. Most likely arcanely, but is a very fast creature. As it's pushing through the water, and you see the head kind of peeks out and looks over its shoulder and goes, "Press the rune."
I'll start looking down for a rune or something.
Yeah, kind of near where the shell would curve up at the neck. Yeah. There is a small silver rune.
Is Wally next to me or on the other side? I would imagine Wally's on the front, we're on both sides.
I'm with you. I'm yeah.
Go for it, Wally. I know you're gonna go for it.
I clap my hands together and then I press it.
You place your hand on it. The heat of your palm ignites the rune's color. It's flashes silver. All of you, those on the edge would notice it first, but everyone eventually will see that from the rim of the shell, a silver light begins and then spans upwards, making a faintly silver dome that is opaque. You can see through it, but it gives a silver shimmer to everything. And as the dome is just about to close, you see Bartok goes, "Hold on," and submerges. As the water crashes into the silver dome around you, begins to follow, and just as the dome closes, a few drips of water. And you are now underwater in the North Lake.
Oh my god.
Our DM just gave us a Finding Nemo adventure. I'm so excited.
He did.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Where's the transatlantic fucking current? Where's the current?
I need the exit.
Grab shell, dude.
Grab shell, dude. Cool. So you are all riding. You see, and this is something. It gets incredibly dark very fast. The moonlight is not penetrating at all, almost, and there's no sources of light down here. So those with dark vision have a bit of an advantage here, as the grays around you of deep water shift as things get closer. So it's all dark, and then as something gets close, it's like a flash of silver as a fish swims by you. But eventually, as you head farther south, the walls and the earth slowly come into view at the edges of your vision. And you see that there are chain connecting to the net that go all the way down to the seafloor or the lake floor. as they like block any underwater passages. And Bartok kind of comes to not a halt, but like very slow travel, and brushes against the bottom of the river. And you see he goes up to like the right side, and as he gets really close, he's feet away, keeps going, and his head pushes through the chains, and the illusion breaks as this chains split in half, and his whole body pushes through. You all see this shimmering magic above you as you all pass through, and once you make it to the other side, the chains illusionary reconnect.
This is pretty cool.
This is awesome.
I'll look over at Wally like, you need to teach me more about this magic stuff. Like, I can't.
I need to learn more about this type of magic. This is awesome. This is like a level 2000 spell. Like, I don't even know. You'd have to be so talented.
We need to go talk to that wizard dude again. Like the crazy one.
So good. This is so good. I would give up my sanity for this.
Hey, it's not all cooped up to be. Just saying.
What, sanity?
No, just giving up that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You all push through. At this point, those with dark vision can look up, and you'll see like the bottoms of boats as Bartok just pushes through, and then the head will look up, and very echoey now through water, looks at you, Dish, and goes, "Where to?"
So one of our boats is here, and I'll look over, kind of like back to wherever Volt is, and like, are we going to be able to tell what the ship looks like from underneath?
Yeah, probably. It's okay. So you guys haven't really seen the bottom of the boat, but my boat didn't always used to be a water boat. It used to be a sky boat, so it has some extra features on the bottom that
got like
normal
fans
boats don't have.
Stones or okay. I'll lean down to Bartok and be like, look for a boat that's got a very weird underside.
Okay. And Bartok will lift up a little bit, getting closer to the bottom of boats. Volt, if you would like to, it's not hard to spot, as you stated. If you'd like to describe the contraption that allows or used to allow the turbulent horizon to take flight.
So on the bottom of the turbulent horizon, there will be 4 large metal rings that they just dangle below the boat now. But they are positioned on the front left, front right, and back left and back right side of the boat. And it's not immediately clear what they were probably used for back in the day, but Volt will inform you all that when the ship did take to the sky, it did so via powerful crystals that were enchanted, and they were placed within these rings, and the rings lifted the ship. So normally the rings would actually be like, the chains have enough length that the rings would actually be over the railing along the side of the boat,
holding it up.
But yeah.
Kind of
so
like
you would have.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
You would have them over the railings. You could see the four crystals, front left, front right, back left, back right, when it was flying. But now that it's not flying, they just kind of rest below the boat. They got all kinds of like algae and like build up on them, but they're fucking really, really high quality chains and rings, so they seem to be in good shape, other than the plant life build up on them. Yeah, I need to scrub them. They're pretty dirty, but without the crystals, they don't really do much.
Right.
I've
So-
never cared more about sailing.
So does it, like, how do you guide it? Is it like the same way as it is sailing?
That's a great question. I don't know. I must be so scatterbrained. I can't even really think of it right now. I mean,
That's okay.
I know. Like, I don't know. We'll cross
We're
that
just
bridge when we
really
get there.
tired. It's
Need some
okay.
bacon.
We've had an orange juice.
Bacon, orange
Pancakes.
juice, and pancakes.
You remember bacon?
Yeah, I remember bacon.
Okay, good.
My
Oh. Oh no!
somebody important taught me how to cook bacon and egg. I don't remember.
That's right, God. You feel bad. You feel
Like,
bad.
guys, I swear, I'm like 63. I shouldn't be having memory problems for like another 70 years. I don't know. I can't think of it. It's wow. Yeah,
We're just really tired. We're gonna have we need to have a nap.
man.
We'll have some food. It'll come right back to you.
Yeah.
Is that the one? And he kind of motions towards the boat. Okay. And
we need
lifts
to-
up.
Are you gonna be okay?
You see, the benefit here is that the rings are dangling underneath, so Bartok will not have to break surface level.
Oh, we can just kind of like get on the ring and we'll climb up.
Bartok moves up, so the rings clang against the dome, or one of them. So he puts you on, like, you guys are positioned so where the front of the ship is facing northwest. So he put you on like the front, what would it be? The front left ring.
Mm-hmm.
All depart.
Yeah, if I don't know if my boat and you have run into each other, but if you've like knocked your head on the rings hanging up, I'm sorry. I didn't realize like people lived in the lake.
That's okay. I usually stay in the lake outside the wall.
Okay. What?
Well, in that case,
what is it? What is it like out there?
Cold and dark, just the way I like it.
That's fair. Well, be safe. Thank you. We got a set of a spot of trouble there. And, like, pats the shell, and then Volt's gonna go up and start climbing on board the boat.
You're welcome.
Bolt, you're gonna make us bring him up to the top of the ship?
Oh,
like really? Like we could barely move him.
Bring who? Boars?
Boars.
I'm taking Boars. Yeah, I'm taking Boars.
Okay, you making sure.
Sorry.
You gotta narrate.
I unhook Boars from the shell and I drag his fat ass along with me.
Good.
All
right.
Just hit his head a
Make
couple of
hit
times.
his horn.
Yep.
Every rung of the ladder.
God. Blink. All
It's
right.
good one, not the broken one. I
Yeah,
don't
that'd be
want to
fucked
knock
up.
it off or something.
All right. You
you just
all
wanted to have two broken ones.
are able to depart Bartok as you basically have to kind of jump up and grab the ring at the top of this dome and then pull yourself out of the dome and take a big breath as water.
Before I leave, I'm gonna like pat his neck and ask him what he likes to eat. What's his favorite treat?
Oh, I like fish. And Deacon brings me fruit. I don't know what it's called.
What does it look like?
Big and green and lines of black. Insides have seeds.
It's a watermelon.
Watermelon.
Well,
do you have any?
don't have any now, but next time we see Deacon, I'll make sure you get extra treats, man. Thank you.
As we're doing that, I'm gonna look up underneath the ship,
Mhm.
under the turbulent horizon. Do I see any fish like nibbling on any of the algae or anything underneath there?
I'm gonna say
Lightning lure.
there might have been, but the motion of the water has probably pushed
Damn.
anything nearby away.
Okay, that's all right. We'll make sure to get you a whole barrel full, and I'll reach down like Scritch's neck again.
Okay.
Thanks, big guy.
Thank you. I'll
And
climb
then
up.
You're
I'll help Wally up, like-
welcome. All right. All of
Coolest
you,
NPC ever.
you all make your way out of the dome onto the rings. A quick hold of your breath, and about probably 20-ish feet of chain up. As these things would probably go around the bottom of the ship and then up into the sky. You are all able to quickly pull yourself through the water as you kind of just toss yourself up. Volt left first, I believe. So Volt with Borzon's shoulder breaks the surface. And you are met with the darkness of Noximbres that you are very familiar with the arcane lights on the streets above, illuminating like the torch fields, but much more produced.
As soon as Larissa gets on the boat, immediately she starts running around screaming, "Bucket, bucket, 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 bucket," and she like leans overboard. Is
Dude, we're not even moving yet.
House.
What is the oh my god.
And please tell me she didn't do it over us.
I'll say.
No,
Okay.
What did you guys?
Mostly.
Just wait till we start sailing, kid.
Never ever went underwater, let alone move through. And she just can't talk.
Jesus.
She's not feeling it.
Yeah, well, maybe you won't take that well to the sea after all. Well, we should probably get moving. At least, like, maybe a little bit down the river.
Before we do that, question,
Yeah.
DM. The wall, did you say it was like a mile all the way across?
Northgate?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a mile.
Shit. I was going to try to send a message to Timothy, but there's no way that's going to happen.
No, yeah.
You can try.
Oh yeah, I guess that's. I mean,
You're gonna think Timothy and point in a direction, and anybody named Timothy.
Oh well, no, wait, isn't it someone you know?
I don't know. I was just giving you shit.
It just says the target and only the target. So I would assume I would have to I know who it is.
I'll say, how well do you know Timothy?
I mean, he thinks I'm an undead corpse,
That's true.
and he wants to
Wasn't a fan of
tell
you.
the church. Apparently,
wasn't a big fan of you.
How long does this last? Ooh, wait a minute. Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. So Volt, you want to get the ship moving tonight, or do you want to rest here tonight?
Well, on one hand, I'd like to move the ship because we didn't go through customs. So us being on board the ship tomorrow in the day might raise some questions. On the other hand, our ship's supposed to be here for another few days, so its absence could also raise concern. Yeah, that doesn't exactly make us easy.
Well, we can't stay here for a few days, so if we're gonna leave early, we may as well get out of here in the cover of night.
DM, are there any other ships that are of a similar hull style to mine? Docked up for the night?
I will say generally yes. Like this is a pretty much standard transport ship of a smaller cargo. You're not a massive vessel, but you're like the go-to for mom and pops or self ran business. So yeah. The only difference is I think yours has a bit more, or at one point most likely had a bit more flair on the railings and the sides to kind of distinguish it as an airship. But that has been either by choice or by nature removed from your vessel and replaced with kind of standard railing.
If there is a boat like mine nearby, Volt would like to. I'm fairly certain we have a dinghy. Do we have a dinghy?
I know exactly what you're about to do.
I'm gonna take some paint and I'm gonna write Turbulent Horizon over somebody's fucking name
All
on
right.
their ship.
I'm gonna allow it because it's very clever. You fuckers are running out of paint. This is like the fourth fucking name change of a boat.
Okay, yeah, fair. So Volt's gonna fucking dig a dinghy and a paint can. And...
Give me a stealth check.
Oh man, anybody want to wish me luck before I roll this shit?
I was gonna say, can I go with him and give advantage?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Woo!
Okay, I'll say, Vol, you go. I'm gonna make up boat knowledge here, so fucking don't at me. You go, and it's a hard pull. You're like having to like push the water with the rowers. And Wally, you look back, and the rudder's locked.
Oh.
You have to like click it open, and everything smooths out.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah. All right, now quiet. All right, and you didn't learn this from me. He's gonna fucking like go up to the back of whatever the name of this ship was and just write Turbulent Horizon on the back in paint.
God damn it!
He has like little stencils. He fills in.
It's like a fucking curb painting business, like 12-year-olds do.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's straight up Lord of War for repainting the Kono.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna repaint somebody's the name on somebody else's ship to the Turbulent Horizon.
Brilliant.
And then we're gonna go back to the Turbulent Horizon. Okay. That should buy us some time. Now we'll leave.
As they were gone, is there any like night watch or anybody like keeping an eye on the docks?
I would say none that are. It's one of those things where they're kind of watching the entrance to the docks, not necessarily looking out into the docks of people. These are customers; they're protecting their ships, not
Perfect. Someone that could be influenced by coin.
Oh, for sure. This is Noximbres, baby.
I'm gonna take out a piece of paper and I'm gonna kind of write down on a note to Timothy. So like I'll fold the paper on the outside. I'll put Timothy.
Okay.
On the inside, I'm gonna kind of explain what happened, where we are, where we went, and to meet Boris. A brief description of what happened to Boris, and like he's not good. We're gonna do what we can to take care of him, and to meet back at the church. And I'm gonna ritual cast illusionary script and make it to where only he can read that part.
Clever.
Timothy will still be on the front, but only Timothy's gonna be able to read
the inside
bit.
Clever.
And then I'm gonna go try to find someone and like, hey, there's a church member, squire, not a squire,
church squire,
church person.
If you,
I don't know what his title was.
I was gonna say you would have heard him referred to as acolyte.
An acolyte.
I apologize. Hilt. This would have been Hilt Timothy.
Hilt. Yeah. Gotcha. I'll go see if I can find someone on the dock and ask, like, hey, do you want to make a couple of coins?
Real quick, Ditch. I need you, and you don't have to give me every single. I don't need it word for word. What do you tell? What do you tell Timothy?
Ooh.
What details do you include?
I probably should have conversed with people about this first.
Here we are.
I'm going to tell him. Had fight.
Seems to keep happening, bitch.
Sorry. Had confrontation out in the fields. heard people looking for us, so we skedaddled.
Okay.
I will actually write skedaddled.
Love it. Love it.
And that found other way back in the city. I'm just abbreviating. I'm not giving verbatim.
Yeah.
And that Bors is hurt, trying to find him help, and he will find you back at the church.
Got it. Too easy. How much how much money do you give the courier? Because you could easily, like, they're pretty common either on patrol or like little stations of like message senders.
I'll find the person and ask them how soon to get it to them in the next 2 days.
Where am I going?
Out to Runic Fields. Not Runic Fields. Shit. I didn't say that. That was Trent forgetting. Just outside of Northgate. He should be talking to the folks outside of Northgate.
Okay, outside of Northgate. You said 2 days?
Or tomorrow if you can.
We'll say it's pretty late. Yeah, I could get it there by midday tomorrow, without too much hassle.
Tomorrow morning.
You see, he turns and like starts moving some stuff on an abacus.
I'll give him 5 gold.
You see, he pushes his abacus away and goes, "Yeah, tomorrow morning sounds good." Sure. And you see, he has like a ledger, and like picks up a quill and he looks at you and he goes, he looks down at the massive overpay, and he goes, "Do I need to?" And he taps the quill. Put this down.
Yeah, might as well.
He puts it and closes his ledger and pockets the gold. Says, "All right, tomorrow morning."
There you go, and I'll hand it to him.
Oh yeah.
You're looking for Timothy.
Timothy, got it. And he points to the front of the letter. Too easy.
Shit. What'd you say, Zach? What was the title?
Hilt. Hilt Timothy.
Hilt Timothy.
Yep.
Is who you're looking for.
Too easy. This guy puts it in a priority box and pockets the coin, and he goes, "Yeah, it'll get there."
I appreciate it. Have a good night.
You as well.
I'll just walk away.
As you walk away, he flips the open sign to closed. All right. You head out, back on the Turbulent Horizon. Volt, Ditch, Wally, you all regroup with the rest of the crew. Anything else you guys want to do before you attempt to leave?
Oh, boy. Cry. Just cry.
I mean, do we want to try to... We got to get these two some help. And I don't know who best to go to. We don't want to return to the church with a member half dead. Like, who knows what they'll do?
I mean, we could leave him on the doorstep and ding dong ditch, but we're still gonna have to deal with the others.
How bad is Larissa's dad looking now that we've made it through the trip?
He looks stable. He just still looks bad. He's going to need medical attention to improve it all.
I don't want to waste a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it looks like he's either sick or there might be some kind of magic thing going wrong with it.
Yeah.
Safe to assume. I mean, it's going to take time to get back to the church no matter what. Like, it's going to be at least a day before we're back in Midtown. Do we risk trying to go get them help here or see if we can get a hold of Deacon?
Yeah, I think we can try and get a hold of Deacon by going to a safe house. It's just, do we want to go to Canvas Square, Small Grow?
I mean,
I think it would probably be easier to lay low in Small Grow.
I would think.
I would prefer to not go to Smogro, but
how come? What's wrong?
Canvas Square is just so much better, you know?
It's also smaller.
It's true.
Cleaner and brighter.
It is cleaner.
More people.
Probably safer.
I don't think we're really worried about safe at the moment.
But
Yeah,
How about this?
I think it would be unwise for us to go all the way down to Midtown or the slums because we need to get where we're going faster.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
How about this?
Exactly.
Let's see if we can try to figure out where the closest safe house is going to be.
Okay.
Fuck, we should ask Bartog.
I dive in the water and I chase after Bartok.
Just stick our head down in the water, just scream.
Yeah, we can take out the card and
Yeah, let's do the.
see.
Ooh, here's a test. I will pull out my card and try to do the same thing again and see if it does. Will it do it right after? Well, how long has the trip been?
The trip was probably that far of a distance, plus trying to be somewhat stealthy, 40-ish minutes.
I'm going to try mine again and see if it works.
Okay, yeah. You clasp your hands, you open them up, the card lifts up.
Good to know they work
Yeah.
more than once a day.
You see the card glows silver to the, what would it be? Let me look at my map here. To the southeast of your current location.
Sorry, Matt. It looks like it's going to, the closest safe house looks like it might be in Small Grove. What if we stayed on the outskirts? Is that worse or better? Or is it just bad all the way around?
I just need to find somewhere to stash the ship, so how about we talk about this while we sail? Why don't you go ahead and get on the thing you did last time, and
Are you sure you're okay, Volt?
I feel fine, but I just can't remember what any of these damn things do. I've been on this boat for the last 5 years, and I don't know what to do with anything all of a sudden. I don't know why.
That's a problem because we've had what, 2 trips? I don't think we're the most practical yet, but we can sure give it a shot.
We could always we could always not use the big one, but use the small one, which makes us go slower, but it's a little more.
You mean the dinghy?
No. The thing that's made of cloth that
the sail.
Sail.
Yeah, sail.
Let's do that.
Hold on, and Volt's gonna like go downstairs and go in his office, and he comes back out with a book, and he's like looking over it like sail, capstan.
Oh, it's so sad.
Rigging.
I like lean over to Ditch. Like
doesn't really tell me how any of this works.
Oh my god.
Is what I have contagious?
I don't know.
This is not a good sign.
Why does
I know
that?
how to cast spells. Like
It looks different in the book than it does on my ship. Why is
can
that?
I do like a history check to see what I remember about the process of sailing?
Yeah.
What we all did to help, so I can kind of like help direct or whatever.
Sure.
And can I go over and like look over Volt's shoulder and kind of like flip through the pages to see if I can like do a Johnny 5 and just like
Yeah, sure.
kind of like
You're
pick up
gonna
whatever I
look over
can
my shoulder, huh?
He's gonna look under
I'm
your
gonna
armpit.
look above his elbow.
Walt will like lean over a little bit, let you
Yeah.
look
In
in.
the multitude of times you hold the book out in front of you and like twist it and like
I'll just like peek my. I'll take my hat off and like peek up underneath the book, like in between him and the book because he's holding it out.
I don't know why that doesn't look like the depiction in the book.
I mean, it's just a different model. I mean, they're not all the same. It's the same material and the same type of.
I mean, this is the book on my ship. I assumed that it would fucking match.
I mean, you did say you replaced a lot of parts. I mean, didn't you and your dad talk about that all the time?
Who?
Your dad.
What's a dad?
Ditch will kind of like, okay,
Listen,
all right, big guy.
Good
We've
part of the question,
got
am I right?
My line rocks.
is something going to that I'm just not getting here?
something's just a bit off. We'll figure it out. I promise. What do you want me to roll, Zach, for reading?
Are you taking your time, or are you just trying to pick up what you can while he flips through it?
as he's picking through, and then I'll like stop a couple of pages. Like
Okay.
I'll take time later, but time is of the essence, I would assume.
Give me just a raw intelligence check.
Okay.
Very good.
Then,
I'll say, Wally, with your knowledge of watching people do, like your memories of watching people do it and understanding who was where last time, and Ditch being able to kind of speed download, fucking Matrix style, the bare essentials, you could probably sail this thing. But it's gonna be like giving a 16-year-old a semi.
Ease for the first time. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh God.
Doable. You might burn out your transmission. We'll see.
Then we need to go as
Slow.
little distance as possible.
We're gonna try to match. Well, nope, that was gonna be a bad thing. I was gonna say we'll go as slow as Bartog, but he went fucking fast.
Yeah.
Do I know of any maybe docks that I know that the people who run it wouldn't ask too many questions if my ship showed up in the middle of the night?
So you've been to one before,
As well as,
in this
that
area.
was in Canvas Square.
That was a bit low on the south end of Canvas Square, on like the far east end of Canvas Square. You could go there and hop the bridge if you wanted to. But you're unclear of how your relationship lies with them after running in, getting accused of murder, and then dipping out real quick. So who knows?
Probably not the best.
You know that there are some ports that are kind of pay by day. This is kind of like 10-hour parking equivalency here of like parking downtown. You know that those exist, and then you could also just park anywhere and see what happens. See what if any Steel Knight ships roll up on you and ask for papers or what you're doing there.
We're definitely trying to stash this bitch in a port.
Yep.
Draw as little attention as possible. So he's gonna go to one of the he's gonna try and guide us to one of the pay by day ports.
For sure.
And he'll pay double fare.
Oh, okay. Here's what I'm gonna need then. Whoever is going to take the helm is going to make a check. Whoever's going to run some rigging is going to make a check. And whoever's going to run like a side hustle, like assist, wherever help is needed, pulling anchor, dropping anchor, spotting, all these things. So it's going to basically be 3 of you making a series of checks. Whoever wants to do those things, who does it and how you do it will determine the DC.
Well, I drove last time.
I have no experience and have no knowledge of what the heck is going on here. What is this thing?
It's about
Bolt like looks at the capstan and is just like,
You want me to try to do this, bud?
I feel like I used to go there, but
You did.
I don't know what I did there.
well, it's like riding a bike. Maybe you do it and like it'll come back to you, you know?
I mean,
Or the shot, and Volt goes and takes the
Hell yeah, dude.
He knows as much as the rest of us know right now. Like,
Yeah.
That's
he
true,
at least has the
but-
muscle memory and the muscles.
Yep.
can I like be next to Volt to try to like
Sure,
as
yeah.
he's like going, I'll be like flipping through the manual
Give him
really
the
quick.
assist. Yeah, you're going to give him like the pictures to go with what he's doing.
This one. This
Yeah,
one.
he, like,
13-4.
the instructions,
Section 13.
helper.
No, I need main mast. This is the main mast. All right. So you are at where, Volt?
I am at the capstan.
Capstan. Got it.
So the wheel.
Yep. Sweet.
No. I need 1-masted sailing and a 2-masted sloop. No. It's section 13.
I'm going.
13A.
Okay, here it is.
All right. Wally, what do you want to do?
I guess I'll be the runner
Okay.
to
And
help as needed.
someone's got to do rigging.
I'll
Who
do
did
it.
it last time? Whoever did it
I
last
think
time.
Volt did it last time.
Volt did it last time.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right. Oz will do rigging. All right. Here we go. You guys are gonna try and fucking steer a ship.
Just to be clear, we're using my makeshift smaller sailing, not the main
You're not going full speed?
Fuck
Good
no.
call. Good call. All right.
Nobody knowing what the fuck any of this shit does.
Volt, Volt, you're running the thing, but you're gonna have advantage because of ditch. So I'm gonna need you to make me. What are we gonna call this? Yeah, we're gonna call this an intelligence check with advantage because you were trying to take in information and distribute that information all while learning it all on the fly.
13A. It's right here. This one. That right there.
All right, boys, who's ready for this +0 roll?
16.
16.
That'll pass.
Take a 16.
Thank God for advantage.
Hell yeah, dude. 16 Volt, you like are looking at it and you're looking out and like, all right, that looks familiar. Okay, that's the thing in the image, obviously. Well, that looks different. Okay, right, that's a different model. You start moving things around in your head. And you start yelling out commands to like the people on the deck. First things
you
first.
Do the thing. No, the other thing. No, the other one.
Wally, you got to pull up anchor. So anchor's got to get pulled up. So you run over there. Volt, do you have machine assisted anchor or is it just all pull?
I feel like it would probably be machine assisted because if it was originally an airship, that is a really long chain.
Really long chain. All right, bet. So, Wally, what I'm going to say is you're going to need an athletics check, but it is going to be a low DC because you have the assist of gears. Okay. You start to pull up the fucking hell, Jesus. Now I'm pulling a Volt. Anchor, thank you.
Can I have Matt come help me? Matt.
You can here in a second. We're gonna call that the action for this.
Like a speed assist, you know.
Cool. So you start pulling that gear up. I will say, Volt, you feel the ship kind of let some weight in. You kind of start rocking more now that the anchor is at least off the floor. Brilliant. Go ahead, and I'm gonna need as you're yelling out commands, Oz, you hear him yell out how to like do the rigging for the sail to kind of like pull you back a little bit and turn you. So go ahead and give me. We're gonna call this an acrobatics check to kind of move the ropes around and replace them where they need to go quickly. Okay. So, all right.
Volt. That's a +4.
Volt, you call out commands. The ship kind of lets some weight to it as the anchor comes up. The sail goes up to like the side instead of backwards, and the ship rocks and slams into the dock. And you hear some wood of the dock kind of breaks off. A crate, like a couple crates on top of the deck, kind of tip over and fall. I'll say, just to be mean, you see Boris's body like rolls a few times, but the boat like kind of settles back again. You guys have barely moved.
Yeah. That. No. Yeah. Turn it. Pull on that.
Hey, what's going on over there? And you hear multiple voices shouting from the distance.
Yep. We'll pull it faster.
Faster.
All
right.
Let's go faster.
Volt, give me an intelligence check with advantage again.
Oh, I love back-to-back intelligence checks with advantage. 6.
Hell yeah, dude. You look at it and you kind of have to flip to the second chapter and you're like, oh, that. And you start yelling out new commands. Similar idea, but a few little tweaks now that you're getting a better understanding of what you're doing. Wally, you realize that there is a little notch on the side to tell you when the anchor is fully ready. You're not there yet.
So I shout at Matt to come help me.
Okay, sweet. Matt, you hear Wally calling for your aid.
I'll run over.
All right, cool. Wally, give me another athletics check with advantage this time.
How do I roll with advantage on beyond?
Shift.
Shift, yep. It should go green.
Wicked.
Okay. You pull out more. Oz. You hear the different commands coming out. You hear the change you have to make. Give me an acrobatics check again.
All right.
Okay. You realize it's like the one beneath where you tied it off to and moved it, and you like pulled the wrong rope. So you have to go back and put that one back and grab the other one and yank it, and the sail whips around and catches wind, and the boat slowly moves, like pulling backwards and out a little as it kind of floats into the main river. You all hear as the boat begins to move. It's like, no, hey, stop, anchor! What did you do to my dock?
I'm going to cast minor illusion
Okay.
on the just on the boat, because we still have it. Is it still
Turbulent Horizon? Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna change the name.
What is the size of minor illusion?
The size of minor illusion. Let me do.
30 feet.
Oh, that's the range.
5 foot cube.
The area, 5 foot cube. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna let you get rid of 2 letters.
Okay.
I mean, technically, if you unfold the cube, it's a bunch of square feet.
No, absolutely not.
Well, now here's a question: do you need the whole 5 feet in height, or can we take that down to maybe 3 feet in height and get some length in exchange?
The cube exists as it is described.
Fuck.
No
Well,
spell
I tried,
shaping.
boys. I tried.
All right, Oz is gonna think of a name shift here with 2 letters. Go ahead.
As I hear anchor, can I look down and see that Wally and Matt are having trouble?
So you see that the anchor is like coming up now. It's above the water and like getting to the top. It was a low DC now that it was the second time around. He's shouting anchor as in drop anchor, stop.
Damn, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot. What was the name of the ship that I repainted into being the Turbulent Horizon?
I was thinking about that, and then nobody asked, and I was like, all right, I don't need to worry about it. That is going to be the capstone.
All right. As we've started to actually
you're floating off into the main river and are kind of positioning to move the sails and sail south.
Yeah, Volt will like run over to the side of the boat really quick and yell out, "This will be the day!
Oh god damn it!
Almost got the capstone!" And then he runs back over to the capstone.
Son of a bitch. Oh my god.
I have a question.
Can I roll?
You can roll deception. Roll with advantage.
I already get advantage because of Cloud Rune.
Hell yeah. What's up, Amber?
21.
Fuck yeah.
I was gonna say, if I can I help Oz at all? I have silent image, which is slightly I feel like better than minor illusion, and it's 15-foot cube.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it if you're burning the spell slot.
Yeah, I'll burn the spell
I'll allow
slot.
that.
And then he can get 6 more letters.
Yep.
So he can have 8.
Yep. And honestly, you could just black them out. Like, you could just take the letters that are facing them, like on the side of the boat that most like they could see, and just turn them to wood.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, dope.
I'll kind of like see that he's trying to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because my other plan was just to take off like the first couple letters. So like if they were to write it down,
the Urbulent Arisen.
At first I was like, maybe I could make it look like it says the Turbulent.
The Turbulent, love it. It's somebody who really didn't like Volt and made a parody of a ship. So you guys do that. All right, you guys are kind of positioning up. This will be a big one if you can like start moving south, and then the boat will do the rest of it for you. It's not. Right. It's not like choppy waters. Like, you're not fighting much here. Volt. Commands on how to go forward. Intelligence roll with advantage.
Boy.
It's coming back
So
to
many
me.
nat 20s today.
Volt, I need you to roll me a luck check.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Oh.
You're good. You're good. Sweet. You find the thing. You like flip to it. You remember where it is in this book. You've read this book a few times. You go through there. Immediate commands go out. Everyone's going to roll with advantage, regardless of if you have help or not. So you can send people to other spots if they need to do something different or if you want to try something different. So, Wally, you know that a few riggings need to be moved that are not directly set to the sails, that are more about like where these massive beams going to swing to in an oh shit moment. So more of a safety thing than anything else. That is going to be a. Give me. Let's do. Sleight of hand.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, I get advantage.
Advantage, yep.
Okay.
See if you can do better. Okay, cool. 15 passes, no worries. You go ahead, you start moving that around, no worries there. Everything kind of slaps into place. Nothing is swinging around wildly. Oz, you kind of got to stick with the same job. Now the sail needs to go back facing to where the wind will catch it and push you to the south. So yours is going to be another acrobatics check. 14 will work. All right. It's not pretty and it's slow, but you are moving south, y'all. All right. Too easy. It is incredibly late at night. The nightlife is kind of kicking. You can hear like parties off in the distance when you get closer to some of the land here. But the main life of the city is pretty quiet. You guys sail south. You go under a bridge, under another, under a third, kind of putting as much distance as you can, with Ditch keeping an eye on the card. And as the light on the bottom of the card slowly moves to the left, you are able to find one of those late night dockings. And I will say, to reward a 20, Volt, you are able to talk your crew all while flipping through pages rapidly, how to bring it to a stop and drop anchor. No checks required. Plus, you guys learn a little bit as you're going south. Like, things start to click in. You're not veterans in any manner. You're not even trained. You fucking worked together, and it paid off. And you're able. It's a sloppy parking job. You're like angled, and you have to like really stretch the plank out to get onto the dock. But you do it, and Volt pays double, so they don't ask questions.
Volt is going to so we're angled to the dock
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Volt's going to tie a rope to the most stable part of whether it's the front or the back end of the boat.
Okay.
He's gonna whatever stable part he can know isn't going to fucking rip off, probably the mast.
Yep.
He's gonna tie a rope around that, go onto the dock, and fucking pull.
Hell yeah! Give me a strength check. With advantage. Fucking hell, dude.
Strength check with advantage or
Yep.
athletics?
Do athletics. This is like fucking some Viking shit or some Highland game.
Oh my god!
Vol, you in a annoyance of rage is the best way to describe it. Jump from your ship off onto the dock in a single leap. Wrap the fucking ship around your forearm and full Captain America. You bicep curl your ship, and the back end of the ship sways in, and you pull it, and it dink, 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 taps against the dock.
And I'll tie it off. At least I still remember how to fucking tie knots. Don't remember how to do anything else, damn it.
Annoyance rage is the best rage. All right.
It's like 9 nat 20s tonight.
You guys have been fucking crazy tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe we should play without Pierce more.
20s in a row.
We're gonna get repaid next week.
Listen,
Yeah,
we're living up to the name of Cap Dice. To be
Hey,
listen,
sometimes.
Okay. I needed those 3 natural 20s
Fucking did.
after rolling 2 sub 5s on a 100.
Yeah,
You're earning your luck back, man, for sure. All right. The ship is docked. I will say you guys know that you're finding this place will not be the easiest task. Like while you have the card, it is still deep in like city jungle almost. So when and how you choose to go about it, that's fully your choice. It is very late at night. So whatever you guys wish to do, just know that so the environment is set in your head.
I think
Bolt's gonna go ahead and just pay. I know I paid 3 days or 5 days in advance at the fucking Northgate, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pay 3 days in advance here. How much is that gonna run me?
3 days in advance, and you're paying double.
Yes.
That is gonna be. It's gonna run you 6 gold.
Okay, I'll take that out of my personal income.
And what I will say is, Volt, your ship is still titled your ship. You are still the Turbulent Horizon when that spell wears off.
Yeah.
Cool.
I still have the paperwork for the Moonlight's Embrace, right?
You do.
That we forged.
Yep.
I'm gonna repaint it to the Moonlight's Embrace again.
You're out of paint.
Fuck.
I've been lenient with the paint usage.
I'm gonna go where's the 24-hour Home Depot?
How much stuff's in the disguise kit?
Oh my god, not enough. Not enough to do anywhere near a good job.
That's fair.
Yep.
We need to invest in a set of signs for you, dude.
What I will do instead is I will throw like a tarp over the side that obscures not all of it, because it would look weird if it was all of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, but like the last 3 letters of Turbulent and like the first 4 letters of Horizon
could be the T anything on.
Yeah,
exactly. for sure. I like it. All right.
And I'll tie that down so it doesn't like fly off, and I'll be like, okay, well, until I get more paint and deal with this later.
In much need of rest, and with 2 kind of unconscious companions also being drugged around for multiple hours now, could use some rest as well. You all go below deck. You find your sleeping arrangements. Volt, you remember which room is yours of this vessel?
I remember the boat. I just don't remember the sailing.
And you are
I don't know what this picture of me and this other dragonkin is on my desk.
Fully some guy you met a while ago.
I guess. I don't know.
You all are able to find your sleeping quarters and go to sleep. Nothing too complicated. Morning comes without issue. Volt, do you make breakfast?
Make breakfast.
All right, bitchin'.
Long rest?
A long rest. Yes, everybody takes a long rest. Oh, and level up.
Level 5.
Yep. The Obelix pushes you guys forward. Yeah. What's up?
Will Larissa level up?
No.
Or both level up?
Larissa does not. The other does.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep your main leveled up. Yep.
Extra attack.
You guys fought the. I've been keeping you guys at 4 for a bit, and the Obelix was a good fight for you guys.
We need to do that.
Thanks, Brett.
It probably feels longer than it actually should have been. Like, I don't think I should have given it to you guys this early, but the weeks have made it feel long. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Breakfast is had. Volt, you are able to eat your feelings with pancakes and bacon and orange juice and all that good stuff.
We introduced
through the book.
As we eat. I'm assuming you're making breakfast for everybody.
Yeah.
I'll put the plate in front of the. Before I bring the plate out, I'll go up to Larissa and be like, "Do you know what pancakes are?"
He looks at you with the most confused look and goes, "Yeah, actually, I do. They're so delicious. I don't get to eat them that often, but
and I'll just drop a pancake plate in front of her.
I forgot what pancakes were.
And I'll just like, do you say it just like that with where you closed your eyes?
Yeah.
I'll like hold the plate in front of her nose.
It's like I can smell them.
No.
And just
Oh,
set
you
the plate
told me
down.
something good is finally happening. I look down and she looks at you and like already has food in her hand. She's like, "Don't look at this next part. It
Don't
doesn't
watch
get
this.
pretty."
Don't look at me.
And she just
Oh my god.
starts starving it because this is the first thing she's eaten since lunch during work.
Pancakes and bacon and
Hell yeah.
eggs and
Juice.
orange
Okay.
juice.
I really want orange juice now.
Soon. All right. You all are able to have your breakfast, get the vessel in a state in which you can depart it. Your fare is paid. Your boat should be safe here, especially with a nice, generous tip. You all head out and ditch as you kind of unfold your hands again. The card lifts and points in the direction you need to go.
Did we have enough time, eating breakfast, getting ready, whatever, that I could have done some type of check, either Arcana, religion, whatever, to determine what we had talked about, if they're gonna need like restoration or whatever?
Here's
I would love to do Arcana.
I was gonna say, here's what I'm gonna say. This is not going to be about the DC. This is going to be about what you can learn. But I'm going to say you have to do Arcana because I don't think you would have training in any of the other stuff to an extent in which you could identify a problem.
Right.
So Arcana, but it is going to limit what you can learn here based on the Arcana
That's fine. I
side
at least
of things.
want to have some information to
Sure.
give once we get, where we're going.
Sure thing. Okay. They fucked up.
They hurt.
That bad.
The issue, well, again, the thing is, this isn't innately an arcane problem. So being able to put arcane solutions to a non-arcane issue is difficult in and of
It is
itself.
arcane related? Maybe?
Meh. You don't know. All right. So y'all head off the boat, heading into Smog Row. Are you loud and proud, heads up high? Disguises. What's the setup?
Well, before we leave, I'll go over to Matt and be like, "So, I know you weren't too thrilled about going in here, and I'm not trying to pry, but do we need to like make sure you're not recognized at all?"
100%.
All right, come over here, and I'm gonna take out my disguise kit, and I'm gonna try to do what I can to make Matt not look like Matt. Maybe a couple of scars,
Give me,
maybe like fake facial hair or something.
I'm gonna have a fun one here. You're proficient with disguise skills, right?
I have it listed in my tools. Yeah. Well, when I how would I know if I'm proficient in it? Let me check.
It would have been like your tool proficiency that you would have taken at character creation.
Yeah, it's in my yeah.
You have it? Sweet. So go ahead and give me a charisma check with proficiency added.
Okay, charisma. Not a save, just charisma.
Just charisma check. Yeah, this is like a weird adaptation. This isn't about like the decks in which you apply paint. This is more about the flair you're adding to the disguise to shift his person.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay, wait. That's +2, so that's 6.
Okay.
And I'm going to use
it's a new day.
knowledge from a past life.
Hell yeah, do it.
It gives me an extra D6.
Okay, 10.
So 10.
Nice. All right, cool. Looks good. You don't know how good, but it looks all right.
It'll you're just not my best work because I don't remember doing this before, but I mean, you're at least somewhat less recognizable. I'll like, hey, so I'll have Matt stand in front of me and I'll be like, hey, Wally.
I walk by, go, hi, Matt.
And I'll fuck. Thanks, Wally.
You guys head out into Smogro with a disguised Matt Jones. What's up?
Larissa would have asked, knowing that this is Volt's ship, she would have asked, like, hey, do you have any other like tarps or things that we can cover Salvatore with? Because walking statue in the city, probably not the best thing for us.
Probably have like a large cloak we could throw over him and nobody would be able to see his face that much. Can
he go below deck?
You want me to be separated from him again?
You should have to.
Yeah, let's Let's keep Salvatore with us.
With a tarp
Like,
over him, walking around.
So
Uh,
there's just going to be this walking statue with a tarp.
You're all
listen.
you're all
I
natives of
have spare
Noximbres.
cloaks.
The walking statue is not that crazy. There are arcane users all across the city. There are like constructs that they use for not storage, for like moving shit and all that stuff. Like there are like.
Do they look like the ones that are outside guard posts?
So it depends who's familiar with the statues outside Northgate.
I mean, we hadn't been outside.
Also, to be fair, she wouldn't know that. So
It's true. That's true. You Larissa would not know this. This is fair.
yeah.
Damn, would me have worked the wall a couple of times? Would I be familiar with these statues? Are they located in other places than just the entrance to Northgate?
Give me a history check.
History check. Okay.
No, you never saw them up on the wall or in any of your guard posts. So they seem to be kind of localized.
Yeah, he seems pretty unique to me. I don't think anybody's really gonna I don't think they made 10,000 of them and put them everywhere around the city. I don't think people are gonna really notice if he's out of place.
I mean, that's true. It's up to you. I mean, if you want to, shouldn't we also have someone stay on the ship?
Are we gonna bring the
ship
rest
is
of
paid
people
for.
with us? Because
That's what I was just about to say. Someone's going to need to keep an eye on them.
I mean,
while we're gone.
Salvatore could just carry Dad.
I could stay with the ship. And
feel
the
like
conscious people.
And you could study.
And I could do that. Yeah.
Because we need to fix this somehow.
Volt, do you feel any better this morning? Like we had a good sleep.
No, I still don't recall really anything to me. I mean, what we did yesterday felt natural. Like, I was supposed to be doing it, but I don't know how. It's just not there, you know. I also have things around my room that I don't really remember and connect with. What
do you mean?
This picture of me and this other guy. I don't know who that is. I don't know. There's a bunch of weird things. I don't feel particularly right. I don't feel bad, but something's wrong. I just don't know what it is.
DH, give me an insight check.
13.
You relate that this sounds, this is somebody who's forgotten core aspects of who they are.
I don't know what happened out there when we had that fight, Volt, but I know exactly what you're going through, and it's not fun. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm doing better than you. I'm not undead or dead or alive or however the fuck you work.
Sick bird. Ooh.
Sucks to suck.
Not intentional. Sorry.
That was a stone cold joke, Volt.
All right, so Larissa can
Damn,
stay
are
on
you
the ship.
I was gonna say I'll take the pancake that I was just about to put back on Larissa's plate.
It's fucking mine now.
Wait, no, I just it was a oh.
All right.
We'll put the whole pitcher of orange juice in front of Larissa.
Yes, pick a side. Turn against each other. All right.
Don't worry, Larissa. If you want to go with these guys, I will stay with your father and the unconscious Minotaur in the corner.
Hey, you guys didn't put Boris in a bed. Boris is full weekend at Bernie's in the corner.
Some crates or something.
Kind of recognizing that there's a little split happening, she kind of looks back at Volt. I think it'd be too much and too overwhelming for me to see all of this all in one day. I'm probably just gonna stay here, and she'll head towards Salvatore.
Cool.
All right.
And
it's me and you on ship duty.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna put you to work. We got a mop the floor.
Perfect.
Yeah.
As long as we're not moving, and I don't have to vomit, I'm used to work, so this will be just like normal.
Okay.
All right.
The four of you head out into
Don't split the party,
Smog
don't
Row.
split the party.
Don't split the party and don't split the party. I do like how it also came down to the original four and then the other three.
Yep.
Yeah,
It always
does.
does.
It always does.
Uh,
We don't trust each other.
You guys head into Smog Row.
As we start walking out, I'll grab Matt's hat and my hat and switch them.
Hell yeah. You got
Like,
a
sits
much
below his
you
face.
have a much smaller hat on that's kind of like a bowler cap, and Matt has like a full on like down to the ears cover cap.
Oh,
Or,
man, I thought you were Ditch for a second. Whoa.
More like ale makeup on him.
You all
Before they leave,
yeah, go ahead.
Volt will like pat Matt on the head and be like, "Take care of yourself. I understand that you don't really like this part of town. You don't have to go. You can stay if you think it's too dangerous. Especially if you think that you being there would actually bring more danger to the people who are going than if you were to just stay and they not have your assistance if something were to. Regardless,
You make
you're
a
under no
great
obligation
point.
to do anything. You can stay here with me, and if anybody tries to fuck with you, I'll put an axe in them."
I'm gonna look at the other three and say, do you guys care if I stay? Do you need me?
The choice is yours.
I mean, we always need you. You're invaluable. But we understand.
You're right. Volt does need me. I'm gonna stay here.
You make a good point. Volt would be useless without me.
You start to walk up the plank.
Yeah, I'm going back up to the.
Before you go,
You're my
and
hat.
I'll throw his hat back at him.
I'll do the same.
All
I'll
right.
toss yours back.
All right.
You just keep his hat. Oh, thanks.
All of us- Did all of us get gray light cards?
No. I believe it is.
I think it was just the three of us, isn't it?
Inanis has one, I believe.
I have one.
Did it not? Actually, Inanis might not have gotten one. I know
Check.
y'all have them. You
Yeah.
three on the bottom have them. I know that. I don't
Yes,
believe. No,
Inanis has one.
I think Matt got one as well
Oh yeah.
because
Matt?
Deacon gave Matt one.
Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make sure that if we don't come back within like a reasonable
They have,
amount of
right.
time, that
Yeah.
they have a way to find where we
Yeah,
went.
yeah.
So I was gonna give mine to Volt, but if Matt's staying, then
Yeah,
we're good.
yeah, you're good. Sweet. So the three of you head off into Smog Row. Smog Row is fairly similar to Canvas Square in like street design. Everything else is completely different. There are like very few wooden buildings. Almost everything out here is built out of cobblestone or a finer material that power like at least 2 stories, maybe 3 on most buildings. The streets are pretty tight, so it's like a lot of walking. And there are massive like highways that kind of intersect that aren't for foot patrol. They are literally just for like large wagons and like shipment deliveries. As you guys are kind of cutting underneath them. Think I'm blanking on the
Like
city's name in
The
Final
subway
Fantasy.
train.
The big city in Final Fantasy 7.
Dark.
Sure. Names I don't remember. Basically,
Oh, boy.
it's like big fucking highways that kind of intersect all across, and then you have like the street level below that are like walking paths. As you guys are moving in and out, almost zero street like vendors. It seems to just be pure business and creation out here, not a lot of like shilling. You see there are specialized trade craft stores that are like, I'm the best at this, so I am where the traders are, or like the crafters are, because I sell to them primarily. But nothing like mom and pop shop or anything like that. This is very industrial. Like steam is kind of billowing out of all these like weird machines none of you have ever seen before. There's like engines that are like built into the side of buildings to like run things. And as you're all moving around, there's the hustle and bustle is fucking brimming in this part of town. There are runners sending messages. There are fucking cargo ships being moved out of their stores up onto the trade districts or out to the trade paths. And one thing you do notice, and this is fairly common, is about every block is an individual of for like the entire city covered in them. They're like mixed gender, race, everything, age, but they all wear the same outfit as they wear these like multicolored robes almost that have every color of the borough on them. They're kind of from foot to shoulder, and they kind of have like these very cylindrical tall hats. And all of you, I would assume, I think, yeah, the three of you would definitely recognize this person, minus Ditch, because you don't remember who these are. These are, these are town criers. These are the newspapers. These are information delivery systems. As you guys are moving up and down. And as you go, there's something about some commotion in North Small Grow, vandals destroy dock, something. King, I have to check my own lore here. King Knight declares new renovation projects in East Haven. It's his utmost priority. Something. Rebuilding the heritage. Blah 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 blah. It's hard to like make through all the shouting. As you get to an intersection that is leading where the card points you, you're right next to one of these criers, and you hear. I'm gonna say Oz. You hear this first. Mm-hmm. You're closest, and you recognize the first word that comes out of his mouth as you walk by, as he screams, "Vimes, vault to victory in vicious political volley. East Haven now under the vast veil of values of Mr. and Mrs. Vimes in a historic upset, ending with the first ever co-governorship." And people around him clap. He waits like a couple seconds, and then says it again, waits a little bit, and says it again. And he kind of repeats himself a couple times.
Completely stiff.
What's wrong? What?
Let's just keep going.
Are they actually like selling papers?
Yeah, they have pamphlets.
Can I like grab one?
Sure.
Toss them a
silver
or whatever.
You toss him a copper, and he kind of hands you one of these like small pamphlets. You see, it has like bulletin postings of like all the stories, and there's only like 5. You must have caught him right at the end of the third one, because the last 2 are the larger ones. And as you take the pamphlet from him, he finishes repeating what he had already said. And you go to look at, and you basically read it as he says this last one, because he goes into his 5th one. He says, "Midtown reaches widespread worry with a city first write-in victory. Silver Savior spread hope, sinking Stillhorn's hopes for re-election. Fearless Father Rydell finds favorable spot in future of Noximbres politics." I can post both these.
I was gonna say, can you perhaps post that, because like it was great, but I don't remember a thing you said.
Oh, good. I'll put them in the notes.
Now I know how our students feel.
Yeah. You guys go.
I'm sorry. He said, who?
There you go. It's posted. Midtown reaches widespread worry with city first write-in victory. Silver Savior spread hopes, sinking Stillhorn's hopes for re-election. Fearless Father Rydell finds favorable spot in future of Noximbres politics.
Interesting.
Is Father Rydell Bors's thing?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Very interesting.
I will say, as you read through this, Wally, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. This is something you would just remember from your highfalutin lifestyle prior. You think about it, and you hadn't even put any mind to it, because why would you in your current life circumstances of being at the shop and everything else that's happened in the past couple weeks? It's election time, baby. Governorships are up for grabs.
So as in it's their governorships it's election time soon, or they already
It just
were?
happened.
These are election results.
Okay.
Do
Who
I'm
should
kind
have
of like
stayed outside
reading
that
over
wall.
the shoulder.
Mhm.
What's up?
We should have
What'd you
stayed
say?
outside that wall.
Why? Do you know who I'll like look at the paper who Vimes is?
Don't say that name.
All right, they who must
I'm-
not be named. Like what?
I'm gonna
The-
insight check to see if he's
Yeah.
mad or if he's like just trying to get a read on him. Oh, I don't read shit.
I would argue it's not hard to
I'm not
read.
hiding
This
Oh,
ain't
sorry,
insight. This is
it went
perception.
twice.
This is you.
Oh, perception.
This is you just looking at your buddy's face and being like, he's fucked right now.
He's fucking.
He's in
pissed.
a bad way.
Do I know anything about the Midtown sitch? Like who's Stillhorn?
Go ahead and roll me history. Oh my god. Sure. You want his fucking biography? I can print it out for you, I guess.
I have the book right here.
What I
Yeah.
want to kind of know is like, was he a good dude? Was he shitty? What do people think about him? Is this a good thing for Midtown? Was he a religious guy versus
Right.
my father? I doubt he is.
Stanley Stillhorn is a older dwarf man who has been the governor of Midtown for 80 years. Won, what would that be? That's 16 elections undefeated, most without competition, like most without any rivals. He is a very neutral politician, which very much fits Midtown. Midtown is not involved in any of the trade politics or anything like that. All they do is maintain their stuff and keep making sure that the quality of life of the homes stays good. So as far as a good person, yeah, fine. Never really made waves. Very neutral as somebody, but also never really challenged anything. Like there's been multiple tax increases over the years that have hit Midtown pretty hard that he just kind of lets happen because it's like, oh, we have a good life, it's fine. There's been a couple trade things that he hasn't really fought back against. Notably, not a fan of the Church of Cain. He is a original. I want to say originalist. He is like an OG3 believer. He worships. Nobody knows his religion, but he believes in like Cord, Pelor, and Raven Queen. And it's like, okay, there's a reason all three of those churches' headquarters are in Midtown. Right, like he is fine with all three of them and allows them to do what they need to do. Has actively kind of fought against the Church of Cain.
Okay, and like in general, in Noximbres, is it separation of church and state, or is it usual that there could be like a leader that's involved with a religion?
So there isn't a separation, right? Because this isn't really debated. There are no atheists in Noximbres. There is some belief of gods because clerics and paladins exist, right? Like there are people who like, no, I have actively talked to my god and they tell me how to make things better and all these things. The issue Stillhorn takes with the Church of Cain, and this is like super public knowledge for anyone who does research on politicians, or like has a dad who would yell about it all the time. Stillhorn made waves because the Church of Cain is considered a blessing to Midtown. They all they do is good. They shelter and feed the homeless. They fix destroyed buildings that are neglected by the city. They clean up the lakes on like a weekly, monthly basis. Constant food drives, all these things. Where Stillhorn rants about the corruption of religion and the not a true God and why should they be treated as such, et cetera, et cetera. Again, a very purist in the sense of there are three religions, not four.
Okay. To 2 follow-up questions, and then I'll leave you alone.
Okay.
The headline says Midtown reaches widespread worry. So what would they be worried about then?
It's unclear. I'm gonna say with a what was it, a 26?
Like, does the pamphlet have more information, or is it just headlines?
There's a little bit more information, but it really kind of reads out like percentage of win, and like party description and stuff like that. Like what were they running on? Like what were their values, kind of stuff. But I will say with the 26, when you read that, it in more in the sense of if this dude has won 16 elections in a row. And the thing I think you dial in on is write-in. He was a write-in. He didn't run.
People just vote him in.
Right.
People said,
They
I
wrote his
have
name in.
this
We want
guy
this guy.
and this guy, and I can choose somebody. I'm going to choose Father Rydell over both these guys. And enough people in the entire borough did that for him to win. This is like if a third-party person won in the United States.
Okay. Follow-up question is, do all of the boroughs get reelected like at the same time? So there would have been elections for Smog Row and Canvas Square.
Correct. Those seem to have not changed. It's like a small little tidbit at the bottom, like blank, blank, and blank. I don't have their names. I can get them for you. Win re-election. Yep.
Okay.
East Haven and Midtown are the only two to see political upsets.
Okay. Thank you.
For sure. And granted, we went into more question and answer than I was expecting for my one-liner to exit on, but that is where we're going to end the session. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a great time. We love being here. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with us. We will see you guys. I think next week we should be good yet, and I'm not tracking anything. If not, just keep an eye on the Twitter. We're working through the backlog of VODs. Those are going to be coming soon. But when you don't have anything else to watch, fucking go watch Malik's stream. Go watch Trent's stream. Go watch the VODs again. Go watch nature. Go touch grass. I don't know.
Touch grass.
Touch grass. Rox's stream. Rox has been doing a shit ton of GTA RP recently. All of them on my host list. So if you come to the channel and I'm alive, they will be. Go give them follows. Help the fucking Cap Dice family. Trent's been putting out fucking CNC machines and fucking other crafting projects.
You just wait to see what the first CNC project
dude,
is.
I'm
there,
stoked. Fucking Malik's putting out, what is it? Are you still doing Final Fantasy Friday, my man?
Trying.
I'm
trying.
Hey, dude, that's the fucking life, dude. There we go. Art streams are coming up. We love it.
Back drawing again.
Fucking all that good shit. Keep it on Twitter for any changes to the schedule or any announcements that are coming your way. And I don't know when it'll happen, but we have a new project in the works as far as a streaming thing goes that we made last week that I'm pretty excited about. Let's just say it's fucking chaotic. For sure.
Boy.
It is very chaotic. So keep an eye on that. We will see you guys next time. And as always, don't forget to cap your dice. Good night, guys.